Chapter 3181 Lord of Tianyang Realm. At this moment, these extra-dimensional realms are secretly communicating. How precious is a treasure that can assist in understanding the rules of super dimensions. Who sent this treasure? It can't be the Jalan Chamber of Commerce that puts it up for auction. The Jalan Chamber of Commerce also needs this kind of resource. No matter which force it is, it will not think that there are many such treasures. I do know who auctioned this treasure. Who is it? It's the old guy from the Tianyang family, the Lord of Tianyang. The Lord of Tianyang was hit hard. It is said that he was trying to rob a treasure, and this treasure should be this Axis item. It is said that the Lord of Tianyang used a large number of Tianqiao realm ruins have survived, but they cannot do it easily, otherwise they will still perish. And the Tianyang family cannot keep this treasure. If it is used by other extra-dimensional realms of the Tianyang family, the hope of understanding the rules of the extra-dimensional is still there. Very low. That's why the Lord of Tianyang realm took out this treasure and asked the Jalan Chamber of Commerce to auction it. After all, in the Jiang realm, only the Jalan Chamber of Commerce will not rob the documents and treasures in the Tianyang realm. I see. I only know that something happened to Master Tianyang. It turns out that he happened to snatch this treasure. What a pity. If nothing happened to Master Tianyang, he would never send this treasure to be photographed. Quote. During these exchanges in the extra-dimensional realm, the owner of the Ice Phoenix realm began to announce the start of the auction. Everyone, the starting price for this grand finale item is 100 billion Galan coins. The Ice Phoenix realm master said. 100 billion Galan treasure coins are nothing to these extra-dimensional realms, and some of the extra-dimensional realms are not far away from understanding the ultra-dimensional rules. Maybe you can use this treasure to understand the ultra-dimensional rules. Once you understand the super-dimensional rules, it will be a new world. Whether it is strength or status, it is far from what it was before. Therefore, in order to bid for this treasure, some super-dimensional realms are even willing to spend everything they have. 150 billion Galan coins. 200 billion Galamba coins. 300 billion Galamba coins. These super-dimensional warriors are completely crazy about this treasure. However, the ultra-dimensional realms that dare to participate in the auction are all from the ultra-dimensional realms among powerful ultra-dimensional forces, and they have backers behind them, otherwise they would not dare to bid. After all, not even the Tianyang family can protect this kind of treasure, nor can ordinary extra-dimensional power. Even if it is auctioned, it is estimated that it will be attacked by more powerful extra-dimensional realm experts once it leaves the auction venue. This kind of thing doesn't happen once or twice. There are many strong people in the super-dimensional realm who have been attacked and killed, and they all have no strength to keep the treasures they bid for. Therefore, before you have certain strength, you must not let other strong people know that you have amazing treasures, otherwise you will be targeted. These super-dimensional warriors are really rich. My entire net worth is not even a fraction of theirs. Yi Tian sighed. After a long time, the auction price of this finale item has soared to 900 billion Galan treasure coins. According to this trend, there is a high probability that it can be auctioned for 1 trillion Galan treasure coins. Really, the final transaction price was 1 trillion Galamba coins. 1 trillion Galan treasure coins, even if all territory number 7362 is packaged and sold, all resources are taken into account, it is still far from worth 1 trillion Galan treasure coins. Subsequently, Yi Tian paid the Jalan treasure coins and took away the 2 auction items that he had won. After coming out of the auction venue, Yi Tian did not leave here. He was also worried that he would be attacked, so he rented a mansion here to refine these 2 treasures. However, not long after the auction ended. Boom! Terrifying battle fluctuations came from the distant void, which seemed to affect the infinite territory and shake the origin of the extreme Yang realm. It's the super-dimensional realm that's fighting. Yi Tian secretly said. Obviously, this is an extra-dimensional realm attacking the extra-dimensional realm participating in the auction. There is a high probability that the strong person from the extra-dimensional realm who won the last item in the auction was attacked. But this matter has nothing to do with Yi Tian. It involves the fight between strong men in the super-dimensional realm, and he is far from qualified to participate. I'd better use the golden marrow bead of immortality and the super-dimensional origin bead. Yi Tianxian used the golden marrow bead of immortality to see how effective this treasure was in refining the extra-dimensional power. I saw him swallow it in one gulp, then use the extra-dimensional power to refine it, integrate its energy into the extra-dimensional heart domain, and then temper the extra-dimensional power. Boom! Yi Tian's extra-dimensional power was quickly tempered. The golden marrow of immortality is now of no use to him, but the golden marrow of immortality pearl has a very good effect. With the help of this golden marrow bead of immortality, Yi Tian's extra-dimensional power at the Dacheng state was quickly tempered and improved. After a long time, this immortal gold was completely consumed by Yi Tian. However, he still has not tempered the super-dimensional power to the perfect state. A mere golden marrow bead of immortality is far from enough. If I want to temper the super-dimensional power to a perfect state, I need at least multiple golden marrow beads of immortality. Yi Tian thought to himself. But it's already good that he can bid for one now. He can only wait and see if he has a chance to obtain the golden marrow bead of immortality again in the future. Then, he took out the super-dimensional origin bead. This treasure helps to temper the super-dimensional body. At present, his extra-dimensional body has just begun to be tempered, and it can almost be ignored. He swallowed the super-dimensional origin bead in one gulp, then refined the super-dimensional origin bead, and began to temper his extra-dimensional body in conjunction with his own super-dimensional Tao seed. It has to be said that Yi Tian's physical body is too powerful and his foundation is too terrifying. Even with the assistance of a perfect super-dimensional Taoist species and the super-dimensional origin beads, the effect of tempering the super-dimensional body is not that good. He was indeed refining very quickly, but until this good Jiao super-dimensional origin bead was exhausted, he had only completed 1% of the tempering of his super-dimensional body. In other words, he needs at least 99 such extra-dimensional origin beads. However, a single super-dimensional origin bead is extremely rare and precious. Where can I find 99 such super-dimensional origin beads? At this time, Yi Tiansai realized that without any background and just relying on himself, it would take an infinite amount of time to cross from the half-step super-dimensional state to the super-dimensional state. During this period, I don't know how many half-step super-dimensional realm experts who were bound to become the super-dimensional realm fell down due to competition for various resources. Therefore, in this extremely cruel 6,000 territory, background is really important, otherwise it will be difficult to grow up. I have to find a way to know where the super-dimensional origin beads and the golden marrow beads of immortality are, otherwise my strength cannot be improved quickly. Yi Tianxin thought. Chapter 3182 The True Value of the Perfect Super-Dimensional Taoist Species. Information about the golden marrow bead of immortality and the ultra-dimensional origin bead is naturally difficult to obtain. Even the Jolin Chamber of Commerce will not sell this type of information. They only conduct transactions and are not a specialized information sales organization. However, Yi Tian also spent a lot of time in Jiang Realm and had a certain understanding of the forces in Jiang Realm, including those who specialized in selling information. Open black lens bracket peeping sky pavilion close black lens bracket. This force specializes in the business of selling intelligence. In addition to selling intelligence, it also takes on some assassination, protection and other businesses. It can be said that the Guidian Pavilion is a force in the darkness, but their strength is very powerful. There are many in the super-dimensional realm alone. Their strength is spread across the 6,000 territory and many other territories. The general super-dimensional forces simply don't dare to provoke them. Moreover, they have too much secret information, and as long as they don't provoke some overlord-level superdimensional forces, they will not cause trouble. Therefore, Guidian Pavilion exists to this day. Extreme Yang Realm, a hidden void. There is a small city here, Shuiyan City, which is a secret trading place, and a branch of Guidian Pavilion is hidden here. Soon, Yi Tian entered the Guidian Pavilion branch. Of course, he randomly copied the physical body of a person who was half-step into the superdimensional realm and entered here. In this way, even if his identity is exposed later, 200 will not be found on him. Of course, he still did some hiding. The reason why he came here as another half-step super-dimensional realm is that Peeping Sky Pavilion does not have a good reputation after all. If he buys information, he might be sold by Peeping Sky Pavilion in a blink of an eye. After entering the Guidian Pavilion branch, a peak world god recruited Yi Tian. Dear distinguished guest from the half-step superdimensional realm, what kind of business do you want to do? Asked the peak world god of Peeping Sky Pavilion. I want to buy information about the golden marrow bead of immortality and the extra-dimensional origin bead. Where can I find such treasures? Yi Tian asked. Many half-step super-dimensional realms want to buy this type of information, so the peak world god of Peeping Sky Pavilion knows this type of information and does not need to inquire. The rough information is 1 million super dimension coins, the detailed information is 10 million super dimension coins, and the complete information is 100 million super dimension coins. The peak world god of Peeping Sky Pavilion said. The Super Dimension Treasure Coin is a currency similar to the Galan Treasure Coin, except that the Galan Treasure Coin can only be found in the Galan Chamber of Commerce, while the Super Dimension Treasure Coin can be popular throughout the 6000 territory. It's just that the Super Dimensional Treasure Coins need to be refined by strong people in the Super Dimensional realm using special materials, a feat which is very time-consuming and energy-consuming. In the Geong realm, many major forces have channels to exchange Super Dimensional Treasure Coins. Similarly, Guidian Pavilion also has exchange services. I want complete information. Yi Tian also knew that he couldn't skimp on intelligence. Although 100 million Super Dimensional Treasure Coins were very high, it was still worth it if he could get the Super Dimensional Origin Beads and the Golden Marrow Beads of Longevity for himself. However, he is very poor now and does not have 100 million Super Dimensional Treasure Coins. He has nothing left except fragments of Super Dimensional Taoist soldiers. Therefore, he had only one way to collect the Super Dimension Treasure Coins. Does Guidian Pavilion also have acquisition business? Yi Tianxian consulted. Yes, but this is not our main business, so we don't accept ordinary treasures. We only want high value and rare items, said the ghost and god at the top of Guidian Pavilion. So, what about the inheritance of the perfect Super Dimensional Taoism? Do you want it? Yi Tian asked. You have a perfect Super Dimensional Taoist inheritance. The peak world god of Guidian Pavilion was shocked. The inheritance of the top Super Dimensional Tao seeds is not very valuable and can be found everywhere, but the inheritance of the perfect Super Dimensional Tao seeds is different. Its value far exceeds the inheritance of the top Super Dimensional Tao seeds. Yes, what price can you offer? Yi Tian asked. You need to ask the higher-ups for instructions on this. Peeping Sky Pavilion's Peak Realm Shinto. Okay, then I'll invite you to come up. Yi Tian was waiting here. Soon, an extremely terrifying existence has arrived in Guidian Pavilion. It's a super-dimensional realm. Yi Tian realized that he seemed to have underestimated the value of a perfect super-dimensional Taoist seed. He only knew that in territory number 6000, there were many inheritances of perfect super-dimensional Taoism, and many powerful super-dimensional forces had them, but he still underestimated its value. Of course, the perfect super-dimensional Tao seed he wants to take action this time is not the Stone Pan Tao seed, but the perfect super-dimensional Tao seed inheritance he created not long ago. There is a limit to the number of times the perfect super-dimensional Tao seed inheritance can be passed on, so he had nothing to do and let another copy of his body continue to deduce and create a new perfect super-dimensional Tao seed inheritance. This new perfect super-dimensional Tao seed inheritance was named Jiyang Tao seed. After all, he created it after browsing many super-dimensional Tao seed inheritances in the Jiyang world, so he named it this. After the arrival of the super-dimensional realm of Guidian Pavilion, he smiled and said, "Hello, I am the master of Shui realm of Guidian Pavilion. You have the perfect super-dimensional Tao inheritance. I wonder how many more times you can pass it on. It is a complete and perfect super-dimensional Taoist inheritance, and it can be passed down 9 times. Yi Tian said, 9 times. The master of Shui realm showed excitement, and immediately said, "Let's do this. We at Peeping Sky Pavilion can offer 50 billion super-dimensional treasure coins to purchase your super-dimensional Tao seed inheritance, how about it? I want 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins." Yi Tian increased the price, and he felt that Shui realm master would definitely be willing. No problem, Shui realm master agreed immediately. Seeing this, Yi Tian suddenly knew that he still underestimated the value of the perfect super-dimensional Taoist seed. Maybe he wanted 200 billion super-dimensional treasure coins, and the other party would agree. However, he did not dare to ask for too much. Subsequently, Yi Tian took out the inheritance of Jiyang Tao seed and gave it to the Shui realm master, and the Shui realm master also gave Yi Tian 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins, and also gave away the super-dimensional origin beads and the complete set of the immortality gold for free. Intelligence. After the transaction was completed, Yi Tian came out of Guidian Pavilion. However, he knew very well that Guidian Pavilion would never let him go, but it was difficult to do anything in Guidian Pavilion, and the master of Guidian Pavilion did not allow the super-dimensional realm of Guidian Pavilion to attack him internally. But once he leaves here, he will definitely attack him. 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins is also a huge wealth for the super-dimensional realm. In order to be able to escape safely with these treasures, Yi Tian's other duplicate body passed by him in the blood-hidden city as another half-step super-dimensional realm and secretly took away the 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins, space items. Then, this replica body left blood-hidden city again, constantly changing replica bodies in the middle to ensure that no problems would arise. After some transfers, Yi Tian took these super-dimensional treasure coins and left this territory directly, returning to his mansion in Paksu City again. At this time, Shui Realm Master from the Snooping Pavilion branch of Blood Hidden City was still following Yi Tian. Chapter 3183 The Ultra-Dimensional Origin Bead of the Eternal Realm. This day, Yi Tian's cloned body, which was targeted by Shui Realm Master, finally came out of Shuiyan City and returned to the outside world. Not long after returning to the outside world, a terrifying force came. In an instant, his body was shattered. The master of Shui Realm really took action. Yi Tian secretly said, "It seems that 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins are enough to make a super-dimensional realm's heartbeat. After all, killing a half-step super-dimensional realm is just a matter of moving a finger for the super-dimensional realm. You can easily earn 100 billion super-dimension treasure coins." However, Shui Realm Master is doomed to be disappointed. There is nothing on the clone body. After Shui Realm Master killed Yi Tian's cloned body, he checked it again. What's going on? There's nothing. Where's the 100 billion Super Weebao City? Shui Realm Master was stunned. He kept staring at Yi Tian. Yi Tian had obviously never been in contact with any half-step super-dimensional realm, and he had not hidden any hidden place. How could the 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins suddenly disappear? No, what if he has an accomplice? Shui Realm Master thought so. If Yi Tian had an accomplice and passed by him in Blood Hidden City, he might push 100 billion more super-dimensional treasure coins. But there are so many half-step super-dimensional realms that he can't easily check, and even 100 billion super-dimensional treasure coins have been transferred countless times. In other words, it was impossible for him to find out. Forget it, if you can't find it, you can't find it. Shui Realm Master returned to Guidian Pavilion. However, he didn't know that he had offended a half-step super-dimensional person with unlimited potential, which would inevitably cause disaster in the future. The Master of Shui Realm will ignore him for the time being. I will kill him when I break through the superdimensional realm in the future. Yi Tian secretly said. Right now, he still has to collect the extra-dimensional origin beads and the golden marrow beads of immortality. This is the most important thing. Although the Peeping Sky Pavilion was a scam, the information it gave him was very complete. It recorded almost all the ways and channels to obtain the golden marrow bead of immortality and the extra-dimensional origin bead. But obviously, there are many ways that he can't do it, so don't even think about it. The golden marrow of immortality is only found in a few places in territory number 6,000, and the golden marrow of immortality beads are even rarer. Some forces specialize in cultivating golden marrow of immortality beads before they can be cultivated. The golden marrow beads of immortality that are born naturally are two, if not, many times, the golden marrow of immortality is taken away before the pearl of immortality has even been conceived. There is no chance for it to be conceived over a long period of time. Ultra-dimensional origin beads are even rarer. Under the influence of special formations, a super-dimensional world can breed super-dimensional origin beads for a long time. Breeding super-dimensional origin beads will consume the origin of the super-dimensional world, making the extra-dimensional realm slowly degrades and even collapses. This is an intelligence record. However, many super-dimensional forces will enter some weaker territories and secretly arrange special magic formations, so that the origin of the super-dimensional world will gradually breed the super-dimensional origin beads, which will be harvested at a certain period of time. Basically, any extra-dimensional world that is targeted will be marked by the extra-dimensional forces, and other forces will no longer interfere. Superdimensional world, superdimensional origin bead. Yi Tian's face looked a little ugly, and he suddenly thought of the Eternal Kingdom. The Eternal Realm is the main boundary of the extra-dimensional realm of territory No. 6362. The Eternal Realm was eroded by the Death Void due to a war, and countless territories became death zones. Until the broken branch of Kunji Wood fell into the origin of the Eternal Realm and formed the building of the origin of the Eternal Realm. In the past, he was not very knowledgeable and thought that the origin of the Eternal Realm had been repaired by the remaining branches of the Kun Realm Wood. But now that I think about it carefully, how can a mere medium-sized extra-dimensional object have such ability? Now, he had a guess in his mind. That is, the Eternal Realm was targeted by a super-dimensional force, and a super-dimensional formation was arranged there to cultivate the super-dimensional origin beads. However, the broken branch of the Kun Realm tree fell into the Eternal Realm, inadvertently destroying a little of the super-dimensional formation. The formation caused the origin of the eternal kingdom to begin to repair itself, and it was no longer absorbed by the super-dimensional formation to condense the super-dimensional origin beads. If this is really the reason, then there may still be ultra-dimensional origin beads in the origin of the eternal kingdom that have not yet been harvested. Maybe I can go in and have a look, Yi Tian secretly said. How to enter the depth of the origin of a super-dimensional world was not easy to do before, but it is not difficult now. It's just that he was too lazy to explore the depths of the eternal realm. Eternal borders. Yi Tian controlled the extra-dimensional power with a single stroke. In an instant, he tore apart the original barrier of the eternal kingdom and stepped into the origin. The origin of the eternal realm is extremely vast, and it also suppresses him. The closer he gets to the depths, the more powerful he is suppressed. But Yi Tian was not afraid and continued deeper. 0 Please give me flowers 0. At the same time, he kept looking for possible extra-dimensional formations. Time passed like this little by little, and after a long time, an unusual fluctuation attracted Yi Tian. There, Yi Tian shuttled over and soon saw a very hidden formation. This formation was very mysterious, and he couldn't understand it for a while, but he also knew that this formation radiated from the origin of the entire eternal realm, but had little impact on the realm of the realm and the demonic abyss. Moreover, this extra-dimensional formation is too hidden. If he had not comprehended the power of extra-dimensionality and the power of extra-dimensionality had reached the Dacheng state, it would have been difficult to perceive this extra-dimensional formation. The most important thing is that he suspected that there was a formation here, so he would patiently search for it. Otherwise, ordinary super-dimensional realms would not find this place. Perhaps only a real extra-dimensional realm could easily perceive the formation here. Oh. Immediately, Yi Tian began to study the formation and found that there was a slight crack in it, but this crack was currently being repaired at a slow speed. Maybe it would not take many extra-dimensional epochs to complete the repair. Once it is fully repaired, it may continue to absorb the origin of the eternal kingdom, causing the eternal kingdom to weaken again. Yi Tian thought so. In addition, he also sensed a mark on this formation, which was the mark of a golden six-winged giant bird. This mark, Yi Tian felt a little strange, but it was normal. After all, there were too many super-dimensional forces, so it was not surprising that he didn't know about it. Let's go back and find out which force it is, Yi Tian thought to himself. This formation had no defensive capabilities, otherwise it would not have been affected by a broken branch of Kunji wood. Yi Tian followed the origin and easily escaped into the formation. Here, the extremely rich origin emerges, as if it has become substantial. And here, 3 ultra-dimensional origin beads appear there. The 4th ultra-dimensional origin bead has not yet condensed, but it has also condensed half of it. Sure enough, there are also super-dimensional origin beads here. Yi Tian was not polite and directly took away the 3rd ultra-dimensional origin bead. As for the 4th extra-dimensional origin bead, he did not interfere or destroy the formation. If the formation was destroyed, the force would sense that he would not be able to deal with just sending a super-dimensional being. Therefore, he kept this ultra-dimensional formation for the time being. Chapter 3184 Six-Winged Family, Longku Ridge. In a short period of time, that extra-dimensional force probably won't come to harvest the extra-dimensional origin beads, but maybe, we need to know which force it is right now. Next, Yi Tian investigated based on the marks. Soon, he investigated it. Open black lens bracket 6 wings family close black lens bracket. The six-winged family is a clan of six-winged golden birds, which can be said to be relatively powerful in the 6,000 territory. It is said that there are dozens of experts in the super-dimensional realm alone, and even more in the half-step super-dimensional realm. Peak the world god doesn't know how many there are. This family is much more powerful than the Tianyang family. Not only does it occupy an extra-dimensional world, it also has many trump cards in other territories. In the 6,000 territory, the Six Wings family can definitely be ranked among the top 20. The Six-Winged family is too powerful. There is no hope of confronting them head-on. No wonder the Six-Winged family attacks the realms beyond the 060 dimension one after another. No other force dares to intervene. Not even the Jalan Chamber of Commerce will intervene. Quote. Yi Tian frowned. However, in terms of strength, the Jalan Chamber of Commerce is more powerful, because the Jalan Chamber of Commerce has more extra-dimensional realms, but the Six Wings family is a family, they are all members of the same clan, and their power is concentrated, while the Jalan Chamber of Commerce is more chaotic and divided, for multiple factions. Therefore, even if the overall strength of Jalan Chamber of Commerce is stronger, they will not dare to offend the Six Wings family. It must become a super-dimensional realm. As long as I become a super-dimensional realm, the Six-Winged family should also give me face and not attack the Eternal Kingdom. Yi Tian murmured, certainly. He has another way, which is to directly transfer the human race to other extra-dimensional realms, and completely abandon the Eternal Kingdom. But we haven't reached this point yet. Subsequently, Yi Tian took out the 3 ultra-dimensional origin beads and began to use these 3 ultra-dimensional origin beads for refining. After a relatively long period of time, these 3 extra-dimensional origin beads have been refined by Yi Tian, and he has also completed 4% of the progress of the extra-dimensional body. And his physical body is more powerful, and his strength has also been improved. If given to those in the ordinary extra-dimensional realm, maybe these few extra-dimensional origin beads can help them complete most of the tempering of their extra-dimensional bodies. Yi Tian thought this way. Right now, he still needs more extra-dimensional origin beads. According to the complete information from Guidian Pavilion, it was recorded that many formations were arranged in the extra-dimensional realm to harvest the extra-dimensional origin beads, but those places were guarded by strong men. If he dared to snatch them, he would undoubtedly be seeking death. Moreover, once the super-dimensional origin beads are born there, they will be harvested in a short time. In addition, he could also arrange a formation to harvest the extra-dimensional origin beads, but it would take too long, and he didn't have time to wait for such a long time. In a short period of time, he will not be able to obtain the extra-dimensional origin beads, but there is hope for the golden marrow beads of immortality. Many super-dimensional forces have their own treasure land for cultivating the golden marrow beads of immortality, or some treasure places where the golden marrow beads of immortality can be produced or jointly controlled by many forces. But there are still some things that are beyond our control. For example, Longku Ridge, this place has not yet been completely controlled by those extra-dimensional forces. Longku Ridge is located in a place of death void in the 6000 territory. The reason why it is not controlled by the superdimensional forces is because it is extremely difficult to enter Longku Ridge. Once a strong person from the superdimensional realm approaches Longku Ridge, he will be targeted by a large number of superdimensional creatures. For a long time, all the major forces have not found a safe route to Longku Ridge. On the contrary, only those with peak world god cultivation have some hope of entering Longku Ridge, but peak world god cultivation cannot survive in Longku Ridge at all. As for the half-step superdimensional realm, there is some hope of entering Longku Ridge, but among the 10 half-step superdimensional realms, only one will not be targeted by the creatures in the superdimensional realm, and the others will be killed. Moreover, it is very dangerous after entering Longku Ridge. Even if you really find something good and come out of it, you may not be able to come out alive. The probability of entering alive is 1 in 10, and the probability of coming out alive is also 1 in 10. The two together are extremely low probabilities. For a long time, it has been so rare to successfully enter the half-step super-dimensional realm of Longku Ridge and come out alive. Even some strong men who have half-step super-dimensional realm clones dare not do this. However, in countless super-dimensional eras, there are still many half-step super-dimensional realms who have come out of Longku Ridge alive, so the outside world also has a little understanding of the situation in Longku Ridge 0. There seems to be quite a lot of golden marrow of immortality and golden marrow beads of immortality inside Longkungling. But half-step super-dimension realm dare not risk breaking into Longku Ridge just for these immortal golden marrow and immortality golden marrow beads. There are other secrets in Longku Ridge that really attract some half-step super-dimension realm to enter. However, Yi Tian has not found any specific information yet. The information given by Guidian Pavilion was limited to the golden marrow bead of immortality and the extra-dimensional origin bead. Naturally, it would not tell the information about Longku Ridge unless he purchased the information about Longku Ridge again. However, in a short period of time, Yi Tian will not go to Guidian Pavilion again. No matter what good things there are in Longku Ridge, my goal now is the golden marrow bead of immortality. Yi Tian's duplicate body in Jiang realm immediately went to Longku Ridge. He is not afraid of falling, and will continue to try once he fails. He does not believe that he cannot enter Longku Ridge. If he could find a lot of golden marrow beads of immortality in Longku Ridge, he would practice in Longku Ridge and temper his extra-dimensional body. This way he would be afraid of falling when he came out and losing the golden marrow beads of longevity. The area outside Longku Ridge is almost a restricted area in the superdimensional realm. When Yi Tian came outside this restricted area, there was no restricted area. He first condensed a replica body, and then let the replica body enter. Whoosh! Yi Tian's flying speed is not fast, he is constantly checking the surrounding information, and also uses the copy talent to spy on the surroundings to avoid contact with those 2.4 extra-dimensional creatures. However, he still became a strong man in the extra-dimensional realm. Even if he has a cloned body, he can't spy on the other party's arrival. He saw an inexplicable force coming, and in the dark, he saw a pair of blood-colored eyes projected from a distance. The next moment, his body was surrounded by countless bloody rays of light. Bang! This duplicate body was directly strangled by the bloody light. The clone body was killed. Yi Tian was secretly surprised. His current strength is considered to be the best in the half-step super-dimensional realm, but he was instantly killed by the opponent without any resistance. Obviously, the other party is an extra-dimensional creature in the extra-dimensional realm. Facing this kind of existence, he has no ability to resist at all. Chapter 3185 Horrible Harvest. What a terrifying extra-dimensional realm, definitely more powerful than ordinary extra-dimensional realms. Yi Tian guessed. However, he didn't know exactly how powerful that extra-dimensional creature was. After all, even an ordinary extra-dimensional realm can kill him instantly. Even if it is 10 times or 100 times stronger, the result will be the same, so he can't judge. Later, Yi Tian condensed a replica body and tried to sneak into Longku Ridge again. As a result, this time he was quickly discovered by an extra-dimensional creature and was instantly killed by it. Then, Yi Tian kept adjusting his direction and kept trying to go to Longku Ridge. Finally, when Yi Tian tried for the 13th time, he finally crossed this area and came to the entrance of Longku Ridge. It's not easy. He immediately continued to condense a replica body here, otherwise if the replica body fell in Longku Ridge, he would have to try again. Therefore, it is better to ensure that this replica body survives first. Soon, the cohesion was successful. Next, he officially entered Longku Ridge. The main danger in Longku Ridge 05 is some extra-dimensional creatures. There are also extra-dimensional creatures from the extra-dimensional realm here, but the number should not be large. Because Longku Ridge is not huge, it is far less vast than the territory of Death Void. Furthermore, when it comes to the ultra-dimensional realm, the resources in Longku Ridge are not very useful to the ultra-dimensional realm, except for a very small number of resources. Therefore, most of the extra-dimensional creatures in the extra-dimensional realm are outside Longku Ridge, and only a very small number of extra-dimensional creatures in the extra-dimensional realm live in Longku Ridge. On the display, Longkuling seems to be no different from other super-dimensional treasure places, but Yi Tian is very cautious. The treasure was found. Yi Tian came to a purple-red-green vine and recognized this extra-dimensional resource, red-purple magic vine. This is a good thing. The red-purple vine liquid extracted from inside helps to quench the super-dimensional space. Although the effect of the extra-dimensional body in the realm is not as good as the effect of the extra-dimensional origin beads, it is still many times more powerful than the effect of silent cultivation. It can be said that this red and purple magic vine alone is worth at least 1 billion Gulan treasure coins. A randomly found extra-dimensional resource is worth 1 billion Gulan coins. This is simply unimaginable. I have found countless super-dimensional resources in the Death Void in territory number 7362 over the long years, but the accumulation of them is far less than this red and purple magic vine. Yi Tian thought to himself. It can be said that those ordinary territories are too ordinary and there is not much wealth at all. That is to say, the Jalan treasure ship of the Jalan Chamber of Commerce had to do business, so it incidentally entered the territory No. 7362. However, for many powerful super-dimensional forces, they simply look down upon the ordinary territory. Just like the Six Wings family, they don't look down on territory number 7362 at all. Only the Eternal Kingdom can provide them with super-dimensional origin beads, which is valuable. Take this red and purple magic vine out and send it to the replica body, otherwise this treasure may be lost once it dies. Yi Tian murmured. Next, he continued to search for resources. The resources found later are not as good as the red and purple magic vine, but they still have a lot of value. As the years go by, the total value of the extra-dimensional resources he has obtained has exceeded 10 billion extra-dimensional treasure coins, and this is just the beginning. This day, Yi Tian finally found the golden marrow of immortality, and there was more than one drop. In a golden ocean, drops of golden marrow of immortality are dazzling, but there are many extra-dimensional creatures here. The weakest ones are comparable to the top peak world gods, and some are as big as half a step into the extra-dimensional realm. Moreover, there are also extra-dimensional creatures at the level of the extra-dimensional realm. As soon as Yi Tian got close, he was instantly killed by the extra-dimensional creature. Such a lot of golden marrow of immortality is of little use to extra-dimensional creatures. They do not need to open up an extra-dimensional mind realm. Without an extra-dimensional heart realm, they cannot use the golden marrow of immortality to temper the power of extra dimensions. So they shouldn't care about the golden marrow of immortality. Quote. Yi Tian murmured, if an extra-dimensional creature wants to advance to the extra-dimensional realm, it needs the evolution and transformation of its extra-dimensional bloodline. Only after repeated evolution and transformation can it reach the extra-dimensional realm. However, the direction of evolution of practitioners is different, and they must temper their extra-dimensional power. There are so many golden marrows of immortality here, it is really possible that there are golden marrow beads of immortality. Yi Tian guessed, but his strength is too weak and he cannot defeat the extra-dimensional creatures stationed here. After much thought, he seemed to have only one solution. That is to copy the body of the extra-dimensional creature here and blend in as an extra-dimensional creature. Soon, he locked onto the body of an ice-horned beast, transformed into an ice-horned beast that was half a step into the superdimensional realm, and then dived into this golden ocean. Although waves of powerful extra-dimensional power came and spied on him, they stopped spying on him after discovering that he was an ice-horned beast. Next, Yi Tian quickly blended into this group of extra-dimensional creatures, but he was not in a hurry to collect the golden marrow of immortality. For him, the golden marrow of immortality is of no use. He can only give his relatives and the human race the golden marrow of immortality beads that he really needs. Therefore, he will not actually collect it until he finds the golden marrow bead of immortality. As time went by, Yi Tian got along well with the ice-horned beast clan and got to know many ice-horned beasts. He also searched many places here and finally found the golden marrow bead of immortality. There is a golden marrow bead of immortality here, collect it. There is also one here, 793 collected. This ice-horned beast actually used 3 golden marrow beads of immortality as decorations, so he had to find a way to get them. Yi Tian kept scheming here, collecting the golden marrow beads of immortality one after another. Gradually, long years passed. At this time, Yi Tian has collected more than 60 golden marrow beads of immortality. Afterwards, he took these immortal golden marrow beads out and found a place to start refining and tempering the extra-dimensional power. Boom! Yi Tian used the golden marrow bead of immortality to temper the extra-dimensional power in the extra-dimensional heart field, and condensed 3 duplicate bodies to spy on the surroundings in 3 directions to prevent extra-dimensional creatures from approaching. Once they get close, he must block or leave immediately. In this way, a period of time passed. During this period, Yi Tian also tried to find various resources as well as the golden marrow of immortality and golden marrow beads of immortality. The value of the treasures he obtained was beyond imagination. It can be said that ordinary super-dimensional realms are not as good as him in terms of wealth at this time. But now he dare not go out and can only stay here to practice. Unknowingly, 5 extra-dimensional eras have passed. During this period of time, he has been practicing in Longku Ridge and has moved his training location many times just to protect the resources at hand. Chapter 3186 The leader of the Ice Ghost organization breaks through. Great, relying on those golden marrow beads of immortality, I am about to refine the super-dimensional power to the perfect state. Yi Tian was very excited. You must know that in the half-step superdimensional realm, the power of the superdimensional can be tempered to the perfect state. Only a very small number of half-step superdimensional realms can do this. Almost all of them are the descendants of some superdimensional realms and the top superpowers. Wave forces are really focused on cultivating evil geniuses. In this way, a large amount of resources can be obtained for training, so that the super-dimensional power can be tempered to the perfect state in the half-step super-dimensional realm. A force like the 6-winged family can only cultivate one half-step super-dimensional person like this. After all, treasures like the golden marrow pearl of immortality are too rare. Even if the 6-winged family has a special training place, it is difficult to cultivate so many. How many years does it take to create the golden marrow bead of immortality? It is too rare for someone like Yi Tian to refine his superdimensional power to a perfect state entirely by himself. Now, Yi Tian's superdimensional power has been tempered to a perfect state. Next, he will focus on tempering the extra-dimensional body. Only when the extra-dimensional body is truly tempered and the physical body is completely transformed into the extra-dimensional body can he break through to the realm of extra dimensions. In Longku Ridge, I also found some resources to assist in tempering the extra-dimensional body, but the effect is definitely not as good as the extra-dimensional origin beads. Yi Tian thought so, but if there are no ultra-dimensional origin beads, it is also a good choice to temporarily use these ultra-dimensional resources to temper the ultra-dimensional body. In addition, he discovered that after tempering the extra-dimensional power to the perfect state, the efficiency of tempering the extra-dimensional body has also increased several times, which is undoubtedly good news. Even without the extra-dimensional origin beads, he could still temper his extra-dimensional body to the perfect state by relying on the extra-dimensional power of the perfection state and a large number of auxiliary resources for a long enough time. In fact, those strong men who have broken through to the super-dimensional realm have never refined the super-dimensional origin beads in the half-step of the super-dimensional realm. Most of them still relied on a huge amount of time to refine little by little until they finally broke through. Ice Ghost Organization Headquarters. Many peak world gods gathered, because the leader, the second leader, and the head leader Xia Realm God were also here. At the meeting, the big leader Ice B Realm God said, "Everyone, I have a good news to announce, that is, I have a breakthrough." Many peak world gods were immediately surprised when they heard this. The big leader is already at the peak of realm god cultivation. If he breaks through again, wouldn't he be halfway to the superdimensional realm? Boom! An extremely powerful aura spread from the Ice B Realm God, which contained the calendar area of superdimensional power. Really, their leader has already broken through. Although he has just broken through to the half-step superdimensional realm, his strength is far from being comparable to that of the peak world gods. Moreover, the big boss was extremely powerful at the peak world god level. He once integrated the superdimensional bloodline of the half-step superdimensional creature Ice Beast, and his strength was extremely powerful. Now that he has broken through to the half-step superdimensional realm, his strength is absolutely crushing. An average half-step to the superdimensional realm. However, the big boss has no hope of becoming a superdimensional realm in the future. But to reach the half-step superdimensional realm, as long as you don't provoke those powerful superdimensional forces, you can almost walk sideways. Moreover, their Ice Ghost organization never sets foot in the 6,000 territory, so there is almost no big danger. Congratulations, Chief! Congratulations, Chief! Congratulations, Chief! A group of peak world gods congratulated. At this time, the second leader said, "Big leader, you have broken through to the half-step super-dimensional realm, do you want to avenge Feng Li?" The leader of the Ice B Realm God frowned slightly, the Yi Tian Realm God of territory no. 7362 has also comprehended the power of super dimensions, and may have also impacted the half-step super-dimensional realm. The half-step super-dimensional realm. It is not easy to deal with the half-step super-dimensional realm, and the person who can break through to the half-step super-dimensional realm in the weak territory number 7362 can be said to be very weird. If I go there, I may not be able to. If you kill your opponent, you might still be in danger. In a word, he didn't really want to avenge Feng Li. He has always been very cautious, which is why he is able to survive to this day. Previously, the Ice Ghost organization also believed that territory number 7362 had little strength. If Feng Li and the others took action, wouldn't they be able to capture the hall? As a result, the entire army was wiped out. Moreover, the Ice Ghost organization has failed twice in territory number 7362, and he does not want to fail 3 times. Seeing that the big leader was unwilling to take action, the second leader said nothing more. If in the past, he could argue with the big leader, after all, his strength was almost the same, the big leader would also listen to his opinion. But now, the big leader has understood the power of extra-dimensionality and advanced to the half-step super-dimensional realm. In the eyes of the big leader, he is like an ant, so naturally he dare not say more. But at this time, Xia Realm God said, "Big Chief, if you can buy me a drop of the true blood of the black scale domain dragon, I will most likely be able to comprehend the power of the super dimension and advance to the half-step super dimension. At that time, with my ability, I can definitely kill the opponent." That Yishan Realm God is very talented. Maybe he has not integrated the super-dimensional bloodline, but relied on himself to comprehend the power of the super-dimensional. Such a monster can break through to the super-dimensional, the realm of extra dimensions. If he breaks through to the realm of extra dimensions and we offend him, maybe he will find our headquarters and destroy us. Ice B World God frowned and did not refute Xia World God. Indeed, Yi Tianjun may not have integrated the super-dimensional bloodline. If he relied on himself to comprehend the power of superdimensionality, he would definitely become a super-dimensional state in the future as long as he did not fall. Such a monster must be killed in advance, Ah Xian. He was indeed not sure of killing Yi Tian, but if Xia Realm God broke through, it would be safe. He is very aware of the situation of Xia Realm God's real body. Once he breaks through to the half-step super-dimensional realm, his strength may not surpass him, but it is an extremely difficult existence. He cannot do anything to Xia Realm God, and the ability of the god of the Yakai is very unparalleled. Xia Realm God merged with the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline. If He Qian Nuos hadn't already merged with other super-dimensional bloodlines, otherwise he would have asked Xia Realm God for a transformation method and merged with the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline. Once this kind of bloodline merges, the will transform, and it can have incredible abilities, such as crossing borders and extra-dimensional barriers, and contacting beings in other territories. And once you break through to the half-step superdimensional realm, it will be even more terrifying. The true form of Xia Realm God can directly descend to other territories. You must know that it is impossible for a normal half-step superdimensional realm to cross the boundary and superdimensional barriers. Only superdimensional barriers can be crossed. Only in the realm of Wei can it be easily done. But Xia Realm God can achieve this level in half a step to the superdimensional realm. In addition, once one reaches the half-step superdimensional realm, Xia Realm God also possesses the terrifying extra-dimensional ability, the Black Scale Realm. Once the Black Scale Realm is used, it can directly trap any one-step extra-dimensional realm and suppress more than 70% of the opponent's strength. If he and Xia Realm God join forces, they can easily kill Yi Tian. Chapter 3187 Coming Again. Fusion of the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline would be so powerful, so many peak world gods want to fuse the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline, but without the corresponding method of transforming the physical body, the fusion cannot be successful at all. Within the Ice Ghost organization, only they, the pinnacle world gods, know this secret, and they have all merged with the extra-dimensional bloodline. There is no way to fuse the second extra-dimensional bloodline, and they have made an oath, so naturally they will not reveal this secret. A secret. Otherwise, Xia Realm God will definitely be targeted by powerful extra-dimensional forces. At this time, the big leader, Ice Bee Realm God, saw that Xia Realm God said this and agreed. Okay, I will find a way to buy a drop of Black Scale Domain Dragon's true blood. Once Xia you break through the half-step super-dimensional realm, we will attack Yi Tianji God in territory number 7362, but if you without a breakthrough, I will not attack and kill Yi Tian Realm God. Ice Bee Realm God said. Good, Xia Realm God nodded. Immediately, the Ice Bee Realm God went to look for the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon. The Black Scale Domain Dragon is relatively rare, but it is not non-existent. With the Ice Bee Realm God's current cultivation level of half-step into the super-dimensional realm, he can come into contact with many forces and have many trading channels. As long as he has enough super-dimensional treasure coins, he will definitely you can buy the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon. The only thing he has to pay attention to is his own safety. After all, if 480 purchases the true blood of the Black Scale Dragon, he may be targeted, and other forces will think that he has the method to transform the body corresponding to the blood of the Black Scale Dragon. At first, Xia Realm God also found a copy of the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline and the method of transforming the body into ruins but did not trade it. If he had traded it, he might have been targeted long ago and would not have survived at all. Time passes slowly. The Ice Bee Realm God kept searching, and after a period of time, he finally found the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon. However, in order to obtain the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, the Ice Bee Realm God paid a high price, and was also hunted down by many half-step super-dimensional realms. Ice Ghost Organization Headquarters. The Ice Bee World God returned at the cost of serious injuries, and Xia World God and other peak world gods came over immediately. Big Chief, what's wrong with you? Xia Realm God asked. The god of the Ice Bee Realm said, I was chased by 6 half-step superdimensional people. Fortunately, these 6 half-step superdimensional people were not very powerful. I used my trump card to escape. However, I still got a drop of black. The true blood of the Scale Domain Dragon. Immediately, he took out the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon and gave it to Xia Realm God. Sure enough, it is the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, and it is also the true blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon at the half-step super-dimensional realm. It fully meets my needs. Xia Realm God was excited. With this drop of Black Scale Domain Dragon's true blood, he can mobilize the Black Scale Domain Dragon's blood to absorb this drop of Black Scale Domain Dragon's true blood, conduct a super-dimensional bloodline evolution, and use the super-dimensional blood to explore the nature of the super-dimensional power. He was already very close to comprehending the power of extra dimensions. With this drop of Black Scale Domain Dragon's true blood, he almost had a 90% chance of comprehending the power of extra dimensions. "Thank you, Chief," Zia Realm God said gratefully. "Zia, take it to retreat. I hope you will understand the power of the super dimension and advance to the half-step super-dimensional realm. In this way, our Ice Ghost organization will have 2 half-step super-dimensional realms, and we can even rob more in the future." "So many territories," Ice Bee Realm God said excitedly. "Yes," Zia Realm God responded. After Zia Realm God returned, he began to use black or dragon blood. Boom! An extremely huge Black Scale Domain Dragon's shadow gradually condensed, and immediately swallowed this drop of Black Scale Domain Dragon's true blood. Immediately afterwards, countless bloody rays of light covered the phantom of the Black Scale Dragon, gradually making the Black Scale Dragon become real. At the same time, the consciousness of Zia Realm God merged with the virtual shadow of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, as if he had transformed into a real Black Scale Domain Dragon. The real Black Scale Domain Dragon is an extra-dimensional creature that is born with the power of extra dimensions. Zia Realm God seems to have mastered the power of extra dimensions, but this is only temporary, and he is now using this state to evolve super-dimensional creatures. Dimensional power. Understand the essence of super-dimensional power. Gradually, Zia Realm God became more and more understanding of the power of extra dimensions. After a long time. This day, boom, Zia Realm God waved his hand, and the super-dimensional power surrounded him. At this moment, he felt extremely powerful. It turns out that this is what it feels like to control real extra-dimensional power. I was really too weak before. Zia Realm God said excitedly. Moreover, after mastering the power of extra dimensions, the influence of extra-dimensional things on the body was completely suppressed. He spent some time to stabilize his physical body and adjust his condition, and then he began to gather the super-dimensional Dao seeds and attack the half-step super-dimensional realm. There was almost no failure rate in the process of attacking the half-step to the super-dimensional realm. He easily condensed the super-dimensional Dao seeds and achieved a breakthrough in cultivation to the half-step to the super-dimensional realm. After his cultivation breakthrough, his strength skyrocketed again. Ice Ghost Organization Headquarters. Zia Realm God meets Ice Bee Realm God. Zia, congratulations on just reaching the half-step into the super-dimensional realm. Ice Bee Realm God congratulated. Thank you, Big Boss. If it weren't for the Big Boss, I'm afraid it would be difficult for me to break through to the half-step super-dimensional realm. Zia Shinto said. Subsequently, they began to discuss how to kill Yi Tian. They also knew that Yi Tian had many clones, but Yi Tian's true body was definitely still within the eternal borders of Territory No. 7362. In their understanding, as long as Yi Tian's body is killed, Yi Tian's other clones will perish. Of course, they are not afraid of being attacked by Yi Tian's clones. It is already the limit for a clone to reach the peak world god. They have almost never heard of a half-step superdimensional realm clone. Even if there are, it would require unimaginable treasures to refine a half-step superdimensional realm clone. So, they didn't believe that Yi Tian's clones had reached the half-step superdimensional realm. To put it 10,000 steps back, if they really encountered this situation, with the presence of Zia Realm God, they could retreat safely and not fall here. Without Zia Realm God's ability, Ice Bee Realm God would not dare to attack Yi Tian. Zia, it's up to you. Ice Bee Realm Shinto. Zia Realm God nodded, immediately closed his eyes, and sensed the location of Territory No. 7362. His consciousness had been to territory number 7362, so he quickly locked onto Territory No. 7362. Immediately afterwards, he mobilized the ability of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, and a black mist gradually turned into a portal, breaking through the extra-dimensional barrier at the border. Big Boss, get in quickly. Zia Realm God urged him. He couldn't last long. Swish, they entered the portal together and shuttled into the territory of 7,362 counties. Moreover, the whole process was very concealed and did not cause much movement. If a super-dimensional array was used, there would be a lot of movement. Let's go to the Eternal Realm and kill the true form of Yi Tian Realm God. Ice Bee Realm God said coldly. Chapter 3188. You are too weak. Territory No. 7362. In the void of death, a portal descends. Wow! After the Ice B Realm God and Xia Realm God arrived, they immediately headed to the Eternal Realm. They all restrained their auras, so that Yi Tian would definitely not be able to detect them. When they arrive at the Eternal Realm, they can immediately lock Yi Tian's true God and all his clones and kill them all. As long as the true God is in it, there is no way to escape. And, in order to kill Yi Tian, they prepared many treasures, including treasures that sealed an extra-dimensional world. If they were in a super-dimensional realm with a super-dimensional realm, they would naturally not dare to block it, otherwise they would be seeking death. No one would dare to do this. But the Eternal Kingdom is very weak and there is no superdimensional realm. The strongest one is Yi Tian. In order to kill Yi Tian, they naturally dare to block the entire Eternal Kingdom. They were very fast, but in order to be more secretive, they did not use treasures to travel directly over long distances, which would make too much noise. Therefore, they are moving forward in a normal way, which is more hidden. Not long after, the Eternal Border arrived. Do it. The Ice B Realm God directly sacrificed a super-dimensional secret treasure, Eternal Dark Night. Eternal Dark Night is a bull-like shape. After it was sacrificed, it instantly turned into a curtain to wrap it up. The entire extra-dimensional realm formed by the Eternal Realm, the Realm of Gods, and the Demon Abyss. At the same time, each of Yi Tian's cloned bodies sensed the situation in the outside world. 2 half-steps to the super-dimensional realm. In an instant, Yi Tian used his strange blood pupils to lock onto the Ice B Realm God and Xia Realm God. Yi Tian doesn't know the Ice B World God, but he knows the Xia World God. At the beginning, a clone of Xia Realm God and the Split Realm God came to besiege him and were killed by him with a wave of his hand. It's the Ice Ghost Organization. I didn't expect that the Ice Ghost Organization would give birth to 2 half-step superdimensional beings. Yi Tian smiled slightly, not panicking at all. If it were the top half-step extra-dimensional realm, he might still be afraid of it. However, these 2 half-steps to the extra-dimensional realm have just broken through, and they have not even opened up the extra-dimensional mental realm. The super-dimensional power is still the original super-dimensional power. Their only advantage is that they transformed their physical bodies when they were peak world gods and have powerful super-dimensional bloodlines. Therefore, after breaking through to the half-step super-dimensional realm, their physical bodies are much stronger than the average half-step super-dimensional realm. However, Yi Tian's foundation is too strong. When he was the peak world god, he condensed 15 eternal world spirits and made breakthroughs in the most perfect way. Now he has improved the progress of his super-dimensional body and his physical body is powerful. It also surpassed the Ice B Realm gods and the others. No matter in terms of physical strength, super-dimensional Taoism, or super-dimensional power, they are completely incomparable to Ice B Realm God and Xia Realm God. How can they fight with Yi Tian? Boom! Yi Tian waved his hand, directly shattering the eternal night with the super-dimensional power of the perfect state, and immediately descended in front of Xia Realm God. At this moment, Ice B Realm God and Xia Realm God were extremely confused. They were not surprised that Yi Tian had broken through to the half-step super-dimensional realm. They had expected it. But I didn't expect that Yi Tian's strength was so powerful, and he instantly shattered the eternal dark night, which was impossible for ordinary half-step super-dimensional realms. However, they still did not give up. Ivory carving. Ice B Realm Shinto. Xia Realm God immediately activated the Black Scale Domain Dragon Bloodline and broke out the Black Scale Domain. In an instant, the Black Scale Domain enveloped this area, including Yi Tian. A terrifying force suppressed Yi Tian, suppressing his cultivation and body. Yi Tian showed a look of surprise. Xia Realm God was able to suppress his strength. This ability was indeed a bit unbelievable. If Xia Realm God was equal to him in strength, it would be reasonable to suppress his strength, but Xia Realm God is obviously much weaker than him, and it is abnormal to be able to suppress his strength. Of course, Yi Tian didn't think that the super-dimensional technique was created by Xia Realm God himself, but must come from the super-dimensional bloodline fused by the other party. Kill. The Ice B Realm God immediately took action, holding a super-dimensional secret treasure sword. This knife was much more powerful than ordinary super-dimensional secret treasures. It was even smelted with a lot of special super-dimensional materials and contained a trace of super-dimensional secrets. The power of Tao soldiers. Past. Even the gods of the Ice B Realm were unable to exert the power of this super-dimensional secret treasure, but now they can. Yi Tian Realm God. No matter how powerful you are, under the suppression of the Black Scale Realm, you can't exert even 30% of your strength. Even if this blow can't kill you, there is still hope of severely injuring you. Ice Bee Realm God thought to himself. But the next moment, he was dumbfounded. I saw Yi Tian condensing the super-dimensional power of the perfect realm on his right hand, urging his super-dimensional body, instantly crossing the super-dimensional void, and grabbing his super-dimensional secret treasure sword with one hand. Let his attack no longer be able to make any progress. Zero, please give me flowers. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian's other hand pressed on his body, directly shattering his body, and the super-dimensional secret treasure sword was directly taken away by Yi Tian. The shattered body of the Ice Bee Realm God healed quickly, but he had already been severely injured. Now, Xia Realm God was stunned. Under the suppression of his Black Scale Realm, Yi Tian was able to severely damage the Ice Bee Realm God with one move. What kind of strength is this? You dare to attack and kill me with your little strength? Yi Tian sneered. Immediately, he took a step forward and killed the Ice Bee Realm God again. Xia, save me. Zero. The Ice Bee Realm God was terrified. Xia Realm God gritted his teeth, controlled the Black Scale Realm, and began to shrink, shrinking the Black Scale Realm infinitely and turning it into a black barrier covering the Ice Bee Realm God to protect the Ice Bee Realm God. It wasn't that he had severely damaged the big boss, but the main reason was that the Ice Bee Realm God couldn't die at the moment. Once the Ice Bee Realm God died, he might not be able to survive when he faced a terrifying powerhouse like Yi Tian alone. Boom! Yi Tian used Zhenming Aurora, the super-dimensional technique, to hit the Ice Bee Realm God with one blow. No matter how magical the Black Scale Realm was, he was penetrated by the blow. At the same time, it also penetrated the Ice Bee Realm God's body, and once again penetrated it. Heavy damage. At this time, the Ice Bee Realm God was already dying, and even his consciousness began to sink. Escape. Xia Realm God knew that he was no match for Yi Tian in any case, and could not save the Ice Bee Realm God at all. He had to keep a distance and use the ability of the Black Scale Domain Dragon's superdimensional bloodline to escape from this territory. As long as he leaves territory number 7362, Yi Tian cannot pursue him at all. What he thought was wonderful, but Yi Tian would not give him time to leave. Just when Xia Realm God opened a little distance, activated the blood of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, formed a portal and was about to leave, another copy of Yi Tian took the opportunity to come over and penetrated Xia Realm God's body with one blow, and crossed the portal with Xia Realm God. In an instant, they left territory number 7362 and arrived at the headquarters of the Ice Ghost Organization. Ice Ghost Organization Headquarters. A group of Peak World Gods looked at Yi Tian, who came back with Xia World God. They were all confused and didn't know what happened. Chapter 3189, The Method of Transforming the Domain Dragon. Kr. Xia Realm God was full of fear, but he didn't expect Yi Tian to follow him back to the headquarters of the Ice Ghost Organization. Escape. In a short period of time, he has passed through the border extra-dimensional barrier twice in a row, fought with Yi Tian, and was severely injured. The extra-dimensional bloodline of the Black Scale Domain Dragon has gradually dried up, and now he can no longer urge the Black Scale Domain Dragon's bloodline to leave here. But he also knew that he couldn't escape, and could only hope that the Peak World Gods of the Ice Ghost Organization would stop him. He is an enemy, kill him. Xia Realm God shouted. But suddenly, Yi Tian's true inscription light domain suppressed Xia Realm God, making its speed extremely slow. Seeing this, Xia Realm God forcibly burned the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline. Even if the body was crippled, it would be better than death. But no matter what he did, it was all in vain. Poof. 977. Xia Realm God's body was penetrated, and the extra-dimensional power of the perfect realm strangled all upgrades in his body. The next second, Xia Realm God completely fell. At this time, the other Peak World Gods still did not take action. If they are not stupid, how dare they attack Yi Tian? Spare my life. They all knelt down and worshipped, begging Yi Tian to forgive them. They dare not escape because there is no way to escape. Even Xia Realm God, who was half a step into the super-dimensional realm, has fallen. How could they escape? This is the headquarters of the Ice Ghost Organization. Yi Tian's cold voice came. Yes, many Peak World Gods responded. Yi Tian's will covered the headquarters of the Ice Ghost Organization, and found that the headquarters of the Ice Ghost Organization was actually located in a fragment of a broken extra-dimensional world. This extra-dimensional world should have been shattered a long time ago. There are many fragments here, but there are few resources. One of the huge fragments is occupied by the Ice Ghost Organization, which built its headquarters here and arranged an extra-dimensional array. Hidden. It is almost impossible for people in the ultra-dimensional realm and the half-step ultra-dimensional realm to come here, and it is not easy for the peak world gods to find this place. Therefore, outside forces still do not know where the headquarters of the Ice Ghost organization is located. But now, Yi Tian discovered this place. Of course, it was Xia Realm God who wanted to escape back to the Ice Ghost organization, so Yi Tian took him on a ride. Otherwise, he would have never been able to get here. He is not like Xia Realm God, who has the ability to cross borders and extra-dimensional barriers. No matter how powerful he is, he can't forcefully break through the extra-dimensional barriers on the border, let alone cross multiple territories and enter here. Yi Tian didn't destroy these peak world gods, he still had some use for them. After all, there are countless extra-dimensional eras in Weaver, and the forces that used to have this aspect are still useful. On the other side, the Ice Bee Realm God was also killed by him. At this point, the big leader and the 3 leaders of the Bingwei organization have all fallen. Who among you is currently the tallest? Yi Tian asked again. At this time, the second leader of the Ice Ghost organization came out. Sir, I am the second leader of the Ice Ghost organization, the god of Star-Gathering World. The 2 leaders, Juxing Realm God, said respectfully. He knew very well that Xia Realm God had fallen, and the leader Ice Bee Realm God had definitely fallen as well. If he didn't obey, he would also fall. Therefore, he took the initiative to admit his identity. Give me all the information about the Ice Ghost organization's headquarters. Yi Tian ordered. Quote! The god of the gathering star realm responded. Subsequently, a large amount of intelligence data was extracted by the star-gathering realm god, stored in a light group, and handed over to Yi Tian. Yi Tian absorbed the light group and quickly learned about the situation at the headquarters of the Ice Ghost organization. The Ice Ghost organization is really extraordinary. Yi Tian secretly said, although there are no powerful people in this force, there are many peak world gods. There are probably more than 20,000 peak world gods, but there are only more than 3,000 peak world gods in the headquarters. The other peak world gods are in various branches. No entry to headquarters is allowed. In addition, the Ice Ghost organization has also mastered multiple relics, some of which are even half-step super-dimensional realm or even suspected super-dimensional relics. For example, the extra-dimensional formation that can break through the extra-dimensional barriers at the border, the realm-breaking star formation comes from a place suspected to be the ruins of the extra-dimensional realm. Dharma also comes from a relic. At present, these ruins have not been fully explored. After all, they are also afraid of falling. Some ruins are dangerous even half a step into the superdimensional realm. How can they dare to enter? Subsequently, Yi Tian took over all the formations of the Ice Ghost organization, and made these peak world gods not allowed to leave, and left a mark of super-dimensional power on each peak world god 0. If anyone dares to disobey his orders, he can sense it directly, and can project his shadow to kill the opponent. According to the information I know, the territory where the Ice Ghost organization is located is territory number 7126. This territory used to be pretty good, with 2 extra-dimensional realms, but now one of the extra-dimensional realms is broken, and the other is broken. A source that is always in the process of collapse, there are no peak world gods, and most of the powerful have already fled to other realms. In such a territory, even the 6-winged family's super-dimensional realm will not come here. There is no condition to cultivate super-dimensional origin beads here. It is indeed suitable for the Ice Ghost organization to serve as its headquarters. In the future, a group of human races can also be moved here, as the human race is one of the backup bases. Yi Tian secretly said. He took out the items left by Xia Realm God, hoping to find out how to transform the super-dimensional bloodline of the black-scale domain dragon. The Star-Gathering World God gave him all the information, including the method of transforming the super-dimensional bloodline of the black-scale domain dragon. Naturally, he looks down on the super-dimensional bloodline, and it is impossible to fuse the super-dimensional bloodline. Such a powerful super-dimensional bloodline will be able to fuse with some peak world gods for the human race. If the human race had more half-step extra-dimensional realms that were fused with the bloodline of the black-scale dragon, it would be easier to travel to other realms. It is possible to cultivate a few more half-step super-dimensional realms by 2.7. Hey, I really found it. Yi Tian was surprised. This is a black stone tablet. When Yi Tian's will enters it, he obtains a method of transforming the physical body with super-dimensional blood. Method of transforming domain dragon. This transformation method is not only suitable for the ultra-dimensional bloodline of the Black Scale Dragon, but also suitable for the extra-dimensional bloodline of the Golden Scale Dragon. According to the above records, the Golden Scale Domain Dragon is the most suitable. However, the Golden Scale Domain Dragon is too powerful. It is half a step into the Super Dimension realm when it is born, and can rival the Super Dimension realm when it reaches adulthood. Xia Realm God and the others do not dare to take the idea of the Golden Scale Domain Dragon, not even the general Super Dimension realm. Dare you take advantage of the Golden Scale Domain Dragon? With the method of transforming the Territory Dragon, we can later purchase some Black Scale Territory Dragon True Blood from Territory No. 6000. Yi Tian decided. Chapter 3190 Superdimensional Realm Relics. Territory No. 6511. A dead void area. It is completely empty, but in the empty void there is a stone the size of an ordinary star. This stone is concave and convex, but there is a small space hidden inside. Yi Tian and the second leader Juxing Realm God came here. Big Boss, this is a branch of our Ice Ghost organization, and it is also the entrance to a ruins. The Star Gathering World God said. Good. Yi Tian is not worried about the god of Star Ju deceiving and trapping him. After all, he is just a replica body. Moreover, he has obtained the realm-breaking star formation and the delimiting disk, and can shuttle between territory number 7362 and the Ice Ghost Organization headquarters at any time. Therefore, if this replica body dies, nothing will happen. Wow! Yi Tian and the Star Gathering World God entered the small space inside this stone and saw many peak world gods. I've met the second leader. Many peak world gods said respectfully. This O5 is the big leader. The Star Gathering World God introduced Yi Tian to many peak world gods. These peak world gods were still unclear about what was happening at the headquarters. They looked confused at this moment, and immediately became afraid. Obviously, their original leader, Ice Bee Realm God, must have died, otherwise they would not have been replaced by a new leader. Moreover, they could also see that the big leader's cultivation had reached the half-step superdimensional realm, and squeezing them to death was like squeezing an ant to death. Big Boss. They all said respectfully, open the formation and let me throw it. Yi Tian ordered. Yes. Many peak world gods responded. The entrance to this ruins was opened. In fact, this ruins had always been open. However, after the Ice Ghost Organization discovered this place, they used a formation to cover the entrance. Seeing the entrance open, Yi Tian immediately escaped into the ruins. Seeing Yi Tian entering, the other peak world gods asked the second leader, the Star Gathering World God. Second leader, big leader, no, has the Ice Bee World God fallen? The Star Gathering Realm God nodded helplessly. The Ice Bee Realm God and the Xia Realm God both broke through to the half-step super-dimensional realm not long ago, but were killed by the new leader. Hiss. These peak world gods took a breath. 2 half-step super-dimensional realms were killed, which shows how terrifying Yi Tian's strength is. Now, they no longer have any thoughts of rebellion. Even if they are lucky enough to break through to the half-step super-dimensional realm, they still can't beat Yi Tian. The physical body has become extremely weak. Yi Tian frowned slightly. As soon as he entered the ruins, he realized something was wrong. He is half a step into the super-dimensional realm, and his physical body is so powerful, but now he feels very weak, as if he was born this way. This isn't right, but no matter how he looked at it, it seemed that this body was like this. Superdimensional rules. Yi Tianming realized it. This should be the effect of the superdimensional rules. The owner of this ruins used the superdimensional rules to modify the rules of this ruins. Any creature that enters here will become physically weak unless he can break the superdimensional rules with the superdimensional rules. Otherwise, don't even think about getting rid of the impact. In addition, will an extra-dimensional power have been affected? It can be said that his current strength can only reach 1/10,000th of its usual level at best. Of course, it's not just him. Any half-step superdimensional realm or peak world god who enters here will have his strength suppressed. As for whether the extra-dimensional realm can come in, he doesn't know. At this time, Yi Tian was very looking forward to this ruins. If it were just the relics of an ordinary extra-dimensional realm, he might not be able to get many good things. After all, his current total net worth is really no less than that of an ordinary extra-dimensional realm. Naturally, he would look down on the relics left by an ordinary extra-dimensional realm. But if you are in an extra-dimensional realm that understands the rules of extra-dimensional things, it will be different. Every person in the extra-dimensional realm who understands the rules of extra-dimensional things is far superior to ordinary extra-dimensional realms. You can just come up with something good. Everything is what he dreams of. Yi Tianyu obtained the information from the Ice Ghost organization. The biggest danger on the outermost edge of this ruins is a special kind of spirit puppet. The strength of this kind of spirit puppet is comparable to the top peak world gods and no less than the blood shadow puppet. The key is that there are many of them, and after killing them, they will be taken away by an inexplicable force and then repaired again. Therefore, there are endless soul puppets to kill here. Soon, Yi Tian encountered 6 spirit puppets. Each spirit puppet was extremely powerful. Perhaps individually, they were not as strong as the god of the star-gathering world, but together they could threaten the god of the star-gathering world. No wonder the peak world gods of the Ice Ghost organization dare not enter here. It is said that they came in once and sacrificed many peak world gods. Yi Tian secretly said. Boom! 6 spirit puppets joined forces to attack. Yi Tian waved his hand, and the extra-dimensional power of the perfect realm directly immobilized the 6 spirit puppets. Yi Tian's strength was weakened, and so were the spirit puppets. They could not display their true strength. Broken! Yi Tian shouted coldly. These 6 spirit puppets instantly shattered into countless fragments, and then turned into 6 rays of light that were absorbed by an inexplicable force. Even he could not stop them. Next, one spirit puppet after another attacked Yi Tian, but he easily eliminated them all. There is no super-dimensional spirit puppet on the periphery of this ruins, so it cannot threaten him at all. However, there's nothing good on the outside either. His target is still the core area inside 987. No one knows exactly what is there. First condense the replica bodies one by one, and then explore. Yi Tian decided. Buzz. Yi Tian's cloned bodies condensed one by one, and then shuttled from all directions, deep into the ruins. After a while, Yi Tian arrived at the inner area of the ruins. Here, Yi Tian saw a kind of golden spirit puppet, and these spirit puppets had extra-dimensional stripes on their bodies. It's a spiritual puppet refined by super-dimensional rules. Yi Tian was secretly surprised. The materials used for such a spirit puppet are also unusual, far beyond the comparison of previous spirit puppets. Boom! Yi Tian fought with this spirit puppet, but he was knocked away. Obviously, the strength of this spirit puppet is at the top even in the half-step super-dimensional realm. Kill! Yi Tian exploded his extra-dimensional power and extra-dimensional body to the extreme, but it was only comparable to this spiritual puppet. But soon, other clones of Yi Tian arrived and besieged the spirit puppet together. Rumble! In the constant fighting, the body of this spirit puppet was beaten to pieces and gradually became unable to hold on. After a long time, click! This spirit puppet was completely shattered, but like the other spirit puppets, it was absorbed by an inexplicable force and even a little bit remained. Chapter 3191 The Inaccessible Palace. Next, Yi Tian encountered half-step super-dimensional spirit puppets more and more often. In many battles, his cloned bodies were also scarred. If it were other half-step super-dimensional realms, they would have perished here long ago. What kind of method is this? The spirit puppets can kill endlessly, which is equivalent to an endless half-step to the super-dimensional realm. No matter how powerful the half-step to the super-dimensional realm is, there is no way to compete. In the end, I can only choose to escape. Yi Tian thought to himself. However, in the process of fighting these spirit puppets, he also got a glimpse of the application of the super-dimensional rules, which was very helpful for him to understand the super-dimensional rules in the future. Moreover, he also found some resources, but there were not many resources, but every resource was extremely precious and was a treasure that was difficult for the outside world to find. Gradually, he came to the deepest part of this ruins. Here, he saw a large number of spirit puppets. What's even more shocking is that these spirit puppets started to merge and eventually turned into a very huge spirit puppet, and the aura of this spirit puppet was more than 10 times more powerful. However, this spirit puppet did not attack Yi Tian, but guarded the gate of a palace. Obviously, this palace is the most important place in this collapse. Such a terrifying spirit puppet, who among the half-step super-dimensional warriors can defeat him? Yi Tian secretly said. He felt that even if he had tempered his extra-dimensional body to 99% and was only the last step away from breaking through the extra-dimensional realm, he would not be able to defeat this spiritual puppet. When Yi Tian let a replica body go over to test the spirit puppet, the results are clear. Boom! With one punch, the spirit puppet directly blew up Yi Tian's cloned body. This is a flash sale. Then, Yi Tian tried to have multiple clones attack together to see if one of the clones could take the opportunity to sneak in. This plan is quite good. However, it still failed. Yi Tian dispatched a total of 6 cloned bodies to work together. As a result, the spirit puppet locked 6 of his cloned bodies with one punch, and exploded all 6 of his cloned bodies with one punch. Next, no matter how Yi Tian tried, he couldn't get through. Once Yi Tian moved away, the spirit puppet disintegrated into small spirit statues. Obviously, only half a step closer to the super-dimensional realm will prompt these small spirit puppets to merge into big spirit puppets. After many attempts, Yi Tian finally gave up. It seems that I can't enter here at the moment. Maybe I won't have any hope of entering that palace until I advance further in my cultivation and reach the ultimate half-step superdimensional state. Yi Tian thought so. Later, he left here, but did not leave this ruins. This ruins is quite large, and there may be other good places. So, he continued to search. After that, with a small amount of resources, the ruins were almost completely wiped out. However, he knew very well that the greatest opportunity for this ruins should be in the palace, but he was too weak to enter there. Outside the ruins, there is a branch of the Ice Ghost organization. The star-gathering realm god is still here, he has not left, and he does not dare to escape. Yi Tian left a mark of superdimensional power on his body. If he dared to escape, there would be no way to avoid Yi Tian's pursuit. Unless he could find another half-step extra-dimensional realm in time to erase the mark of extra-dimensional power left by Yi Tian, but he couldn't find such a half-step extra-dimensional realm and didn't have time to look for it. Therefore, he could only wait for Yi Tian here. Of course, he also has another hope, that is, he hopes that Yi Tian will trigger some taboo, causing Yi Tian's clones and body to all fall and die. Such taboo power does not exist. It is rumored that a super-dimensional person in the 6000 territory had multiple clones. As a result, one of the clones provoked an unimaginable being. All the clones were killed, even those who stayed in the 6000 territory. The headquarters identity has been wiped out. This rumor has existed for countless years and is not false, but true. Therefore, there are some taboo powers that you really should not touch. But the possibility of Yi Tian coming into contact with the forbidden power was too low, he just expected it. Buzz. The entrance was turbulent, and Yi Tian walked out. Big boss, you are finally out. The star-gathering world god hurried over and said. This ruins is very good, but the depths of the ruins are too dangerous. I'm withdrawing. Yi Tian said. The star-gathering realm god did not ask Yi Tian how much he had gained, but stayed silently behind Yi Tian. Let's go. Yi Tian Dao. Wow. They quickly left the branch and returned to the headquarters of the Ice Ghost organization through a boundary-breaking star formation. In the following years, Yi Tian visited all the ruins under the Ice Ghost organization, but there was no place more dangerous than the ruins in the extra-dimensional realm just now. However, he still gained a lot and his net worth skyrocketed. After that, he left a duplicate body at the headquarters of the Ice Ghost organization and practiced here for a long time. Of course, he did not waste the power of the Ice Ghost organization and asked the Ice Ghost organization to collect various intelligence for him. Maybe he would encounter some opportunities. Territory No. 6000, Extreme Yang Realm. Yi Tian once again entered the Guidian Pavilion branch to buy information. Of course, he still changed his identity to buy information. This time, the information he wanted to buy was information about the extra-dimensional bloodline of the Black Scale Domain Dragon. He has been to the Jalan Chamber of Commerce. The Jalan Chamber of Commerce does not have the Black Scale Domain Dragon extra-dimensional bloodline. This rare bloodline is rare and cannot be sold. The Jalan Chamber of Commerce has not purchased it specifically. Only in a few places is a drop of Black Scale Domain Dragon superdimensional bloodline occasionally born. Of course, if you search carefully, you can still find it. Although Guidian Pavilion is a trap, it still knows a lot about the Black Scale Domain Dragon information. Yi Tian spent a lot of Super Dimension Treasure Coins Zhao Li's to successfully purchase information about the Black Scale Domain Dragon from Peeping Sky Pavilion. This information was also recent and very accurate. Information about the Black Scale Domain Dragon can be obtained at 16 places, and it is 100% possible to obtain the Black Scale Domain Dragon. You only need to pay enough Super Dimension Treasure Coins. The information on this sale in Guidian Pavilion is very good. With this information, it will be easy for me to purchase some black scales or dragon blood. Yi Tian secretly said. Territory No. 6000, Qinline Realm, Blood Refining Sect. This is a very ordinary force. There is only one half-step super-dimensional realm, and it is also the weakest half-step super-dimensional realm. He only fused an ordinary extra-dimensional bloodline, and then luckily understood the super-dimensional realm. Power, breaking through to the half-step super-dimensional realm. However, due to the huge problem with the method of transformation, after breaking through to the half-step super-dimensional realm, there was no further progress. And many forces don't know that the blood refining sect has mastered many black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds. Chapter 3192 Negotiating with the Blood Refining Sect Master. The Blood Refining Sect is just a small force, not even half a step into the super-dimensional realm. Unexpectedly, it has a lot of black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds. If it weren't for the information from Peeping Sky Pavilion, I wouldn't know this secret. Yi Tian secretly said. The Peeping Sky Pavilion knew the information about the Blood Refining Sect, so why they didn't snatch it? This should be the regulation of the Peeping Sky Pavilion. Peeping Sky Pavilion knows a lot of intelligence secrets. If any secret benefits are to be snatched away, then Peeping Sky Pavilion is not a force that sells information, and its nature has changed. Therefore, Guidian Pavilion did not take action, otherwise the news would spread, which would not be conducive to Guidian Pavilion selling information. For example, Yi Tian was targeted by Guidian Pavilion in the first place, mainly because he traded so many super-dimensional treasure coins from Guidian Pavilion that even the super-dimensional realm was attracted by him. The black-scale dragon bloodline seed is not enough to make even the super-dimensional realm flutter. The most important thing is that although the blood refining sect is a small force and can be destroyed by any half-step to the extra-dimensional realm, the blood refining sect is one of the affiliated forces under the Lianbao Tower and mines a kind of extra-dimensional material for it, blood refining gem. The treasure refining tower is the most powerful force in the treasure refining world, and it is also the holy place in the heart of the treasure refining master. There are countless super-dimensional realms, and the Peeping Sky Pavilion does not dare to provoke the 643 treasure refining tower. Therefore, directly destroying the blood refining sect and seizing the black-scale dragon bloodline seeds is undoubtedly the stupidest way. Of course Yi Tian would not directly snatch the blood refining sect's black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds, he was here to trade. Certainly, he still won't trade with his true identity. The blood seed of the black-scale dragon clan is nothing, but if he trades this blood seed, the outside world will definitely guess that he has the method of transforming the dragon clan. For many super-dimensional forces, the method of transforming the domain dragon is of high value. If a super-dimensional force has multiple half-step super-dimensional realms that have undergone the method of transforming the domain dragon, and all have mastered the black-scale domain, multiple the combined forces of the black-scale realm are enough to suppress the strength of the top half-step super-dimensional realm, making it difficult to move, thus killing them easily. Therefore, multiple half-step hyperdimensional realms that have been transformed by the black-scale domain dragon transformation method are enough to surround and kill the most powerful half-step hyperdimensional realms. Their value is very high, and they can break into some dangerous half-step hyperdimensional realms. The territory is forbidden. Because of this, Yi Tiansai will not reveal his identity. Then, he copied the body of Xia Realm God and directly possessed the ability of the Black Alpha scale realm, but his combat power was not very powerful. Wow, Yi Tian came to the blood refining sect as the cloned body of Xia Realm God and came to visit. A half-step extra-dimensional realm visited the blood refining sect, and the blood refining sect naturally did not dare to neglect him. Although they have taken refuge in the treasure refining tower, they are actually unable to mobilize any power from the treasure refining tower. This is just a false backer. How can they dare to offend someone who is half a step into the super-dimensional realm? Soon, Yi Tian sat in the main hall of the blood refining sect, sitting together with the blood refining sect's leader, the old man refining blood. Master of the blood refining sect, when I come to your blood refining sect this time, I actually want to trade the blood refining sect's black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds. Yi Tian said directly. Ah, respected Xia Realm God, how can we, the blood refining sect, have the blood seeds of the black-scale domain dragon? Almost all black-scale domain dragons are half-step into the super-dimensional realm. How can we kill the black-scale domain dragon? The blood refining sect leader directly denied it. Yi Tian smiled and said, Master of the blood refining sect, I purchased the information from the Peeping Sky Pavilion. Hundreds of extra-dimensional eras ago, your blood refining sect discovered a severely wounded and dying black-scale territory dragon in a treasure place. You have to pay a certain amount of money. He killed the black-scale domain dragon at a price, used the black-scale domain dragon to extract a lot of bloodline seeds, and also sold the black-scale domain dragon's scales and bones to the treasure refining building. Although this matter was hidden, but I can't hide it from Shitian Pavilion. The face of the blood refining sect leader changed, he did not expect that Peeping Sky Pavilion knew this information. The black-scale domain dragon bloodline race is of little value to the general half-step super-dimensional realm, because without the method of domain dragon transformation, the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds cannot be used at all. But Yi Tian wants to buy the black-scale domain dragon bloodline race. Does that mean that Yi Kai has the method to transform the domain dragon, or the forces behind him have the method to transform the domain dragon? No matter what the situation is, the opponent must be determined to get the black-scale dragon bloodline seed. Of course, the blood refining sect doesn't have to sell it, but it would be unwise to offend someone who is half-step into the extra-dimensional realm. Seeing the blood refining sect master's face changing many times and hesitating, Yi Tian said, "Blood refining sect master, the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds you want are of no use. You might as well exchange them for super dimension treasure coins, which can buy more resources. Maybe we can train a half-step super dimensional person for the blood refining sect." "Xia Realm God, how much can you bid?" the blood refining sect leader asked. It's hard to calculate the value of the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seed, because for an ordinary half-step to the super-dimensional realm, even 10,000 Galan coins are not willing to be paid, but for those who need it, no matter how much it takes, any big price is fine. Yi Tianji knew that the former leader of the Ice Ghost organization paid 50 million Galan coins at an auction to buy a drop of the black-scale dragon's true blood. The black-scale dragon's true blood was not as valuable as the black-scale dragon's bloodline seeds. The black-scale dragon bloodline seed must be extracted within a short period of time after the black-scale dragon's death, and requires a special preservation method. The black-scale dragon's true blood does not require fresh corpses, even if many super-dimensional eras have fallen. After that, the true blood of the black-scale domain dragon can still be extracted from the black-scale domain dragon bloodline. But even if the price of the black-scale dragon bloodline seed is higher than 50 million Galan treasure coins, it will only cost up to 100 million super dimension treasure coins. Then, Yi Tian offered the price, 60 million Jalan treasure coins for one drop of black-scale domain dragon bloodline seed. The blood refining sect leader shook his head, "Not enough." Yi Tian said coldly, "Blood refining headquarters, if you sell it, you won't even be able to sell 10,000 Galan coins." The leader of the blood refining sect said, "For some forces in need, he is worth this price. If our blood refining sect wanted to sell it, it would have been publicly sold long ago, and there will definitely be forces to buy it." Yi Tian stopped talking. He knew that the blood refining sect master could indeed sell it to the public and would sell it at a higher price. However, this will take a long time, and during this period it will also arouse the greed of some forces, which may lead to disaster. This is one of the reasons why the blood refining sect master does not dare to do this. Another point is that the blood refining sect is probably also looking for a way to transform the domain dragon. There are 70 million Jalan treasure coins. Yi Tian continued to increase the price. However, Lian sect master still shook his head. 80 million Jalan treasure coins. Not enough. * 90 million Jalanbao coins. Still not enough. A billion gallon blue coin, this is my bottom line. Yi Tian said coldly. Chapter 3193 Obtaining the Black-Scale Domain Dragon Bloodline Seed. A billion-gallon blue coin. The blood refining sect master was very excited. He had a lot of black-scale dragon bloodline seeds. If all of them were sold to Xia Realm God, it would be a huge fortune. However, he still held back. Still not enough. The blood refining sect master said, "It's not enough, how much do you want?" Yi Tian was a little annoyed. This blood refining sect master was really too greedy. Could it be that the other party thought that he did not dare to take action? Even if he killed the blood refining sect master and snatched the black-scale dragon bloodline seed, the blood refining sect could not do anything to him. Even if he appealed to the treasure refining building, the refining treasure building would not be able to find him. Because the real Xia Realm God has fallen, even if you use the most heaven-defying deduction treasures, you can't deduce the slightest trace of Xia Realm God. It is impossible to deduce other information from the fallen half-step super-dimensional realm. However, since the blood refining sect has not offended him yet, he will naturally not take action. If something can be solved with super dimension treasure coins, he will definitely use super dimension treasure coins to solve it. The blood refining sect master thought for a while and stated his condition. With 100 million Galan treasure coins, plus the method of transforming the domain dragon, I can give you, Xia Realm God, 10 drops of black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds and 10 drops of black-scale domain true blood of dragon. The method of transforming the domain dragon. Yi Tian took a deep look at the blood refining sect master. This guy was really greedy, and he even dared to seek his method of transforming the domain dragon. I don't have the method of transforming the domain dragon, so I can't trade with you. Moreover, I am already halfway to the super-dimensional realm, and I can't use the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds to transform my body. If you ask me for the method of transforming the domain dragon, I will take it. Don't come out. Yi Tian said. The blood-refining sect master added. Xia realm god, the forces behind you should have the method of transforming the domain dragon. For you, there is no loss if you use the method of transforming the domain dragon. No, if the blood-refining sect master is unwilling to trade, then forget it. Say it, Yi Tian is about to leave. Xia realm god, don't leave, we can continue talking. The blood-refining sect master said quickly. Yi Tian ran away directly, but the blood-refining sect leader became anxious and chased after him. Xia realm god, we are willing to sell you a black-scale domain dragon bloodline seed for 100 million super-dimensional treasure coins. The blood-refining sect master said. Hearing this, Yi Tian stopped. Okay, take out your blood-refining sect's black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds. Yi Tian said. Good, the blood-refining sect master responded. He knew that the plan to transform the domain dragon would definitely not work, but it would definitely not work if he did not sell the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds. The news had been leaked, and who knew whether he would be targeted by other half-step super-dimensional realm experts. Therefore, it is still necessary to sell it as soon as possible, and exchanging it for super-dimension treasure coins is the most cost-effective way. Ever since, the blood-refining sect master immediately went to get the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds, and took out all the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds, and even the black-scale domain dragon true blood. Xia realm god, here are 66 black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds and 100 drops of black-scale domain dragon true blood. The leader of the blood-refining sect said. In order to prevent Yi Tian from taking action against him, he held these things tightly. If Yi Tian made a move, he would directly destroy these things. In addition, he also secretly activated the formation, concentrating the power of the formation on his body to enhance his defense. This is also necessary behavior. However, in Yi Tian's view, such behavior was a bit ridiculous. If he wanted to kill the blood-refining sect leader, he could kill him with the wave of his hand. Of course, with his current wealth, he only paid a few extra-dimensional treasure coins, and there was no need to intercept and kill the blood-refining sect master. However, he still had to teach the blood-refining sect a lesson afterwards, so that the blood-refining sect would know that the lion had to pay a price for opening its mouth. A black-scale domain dragon bloodline seed costs 100 million Galan coins, and the black-scale domain dragon true blood costs 50 million Galan coins. What you have here is worth a total of 11.6 billion Galan coins. Yi Tian said. Good, the blood-refining sect leader was excited. More than 10 billion Galan treasure coins. For him, 100 million Galan treasure coins is a lot. Only those super-dimensional forces with strong super-dimensional realms can take out more than 10 billion Galan treasure coins. Those forces with half-step of the super-dimensional realm can hardly get it. But does this half-step super-dimensional person have so many super-dimensional treasure coins? But he no longer had any doubts soon, because Yi Tian directly took out 11.6 billion super-dimensional treasure coins, put them in a storage device, and gave them to the blood-refining sect master. Zero, please give me flowers. After the blood-refining sect master took it over, he also handed over these black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds and black-scale domain dragon true blood to Yi Tian. After getting the things, Yi Tian left Lian Zuying directly. The leader of the blood-refining sect breathed a sigh of relief when he saw Yi Tian leaving. He was really afraid that Yi Tian would kill him, and had even secretly started to contact the treasure refining tower. If Yi Tianjun took action, he would directly ask for help from the treasure refining tower. But fortunately, Yi Tian didn't take action, so he can rest assured. The other side, Yi Tian spread the news that the blood-refining sect traded a batch of black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds and obtained more than 10 billion Galan treasure coins. 0. For a small force that has not even reached the extra-dimensional realm, possessing so many Galan coins is definitely a big trouble. But it has nothing to do with him. After some time, Yi Tian built a void-breaking star array in a remote place in the 6000 territory, and used the demarcation disk to open this large array. Returned to the headquarters of the Bingguo organization with many resources. Then he returned to territory number 7362 from the Ice Ghost organization headquarters. In this way, these resources are considered safe. The realm of endless seams. Yi Tian returned to the human race temple, and then placed the method of transforming the domain dragon as well as the black-scale domain dragon blood seeds and true blood here, allowing the peak world god of the human race to redeem them. Of course, once the transformation is completed, the consequences will be fully informed. If you are not sure about breaking into the super-dimensional realm, then practicing the method of transforming the domain dragon and integrating the blood seeds of the black-scale domain dragon is undoubtedly the best choice. At least there is a great hope of breaking through to the half-step super-dimensional state in the future, as long as but I have completely lost hope of breaking through to the extra-dimensional realm. However, Yi Tian prohibited his relatives from practicing. In the future, he may hope to forcefully help his relatives to attack the extra-dimensional realm. If he practices the method of transforming the domain dragon now, he will completely lose the opportunity. But after the method of transforming the domain dragon was revealed, the human race became excited. Chapter 3194 Territory No. 7001 was destroyed. For many peak world gods of the human race, it is too difficult to comprehend the power of extra dimensions. Those peak world gods of supreme power have no way to comprehend the power of extra dimensions without infinite time. And Yi Tian also brought out a lot of knowledge about other realms. He also knew that most of the half-step super-dimensional realms in the outside world have transformed their physical bodies, and there is no hope of breaking through to the extra-dimensional realm. Extra-dimensional realms are still very rare. And if you don't break through to a half-step extra-dimensional state, once you merge with extra-dimensional things, you will gradually be assimilated to extra-dimensional things in the future, and you will fall and die. But if the super-dimensional bloodline is fused, the impact of the super-dimensional assimilation will be minimal. So what if they can't break through the extra-dimensional realm? At least they won't have the risk of falling in the future. The key is that the peak world god of the human race redeemed the method of transforming the domain dragon and began to practice. 330, and the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds are limited. With the current number of peak world gods in the human race, it is definitely far from enough. Moreover, Yi Tian allows these peak world gods to exchange loans. If it is later, there will be no way. Exchanged it for black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds. Therefore, those peak world gods who did not think they had any hope of breaking through to the extra-dimensional realm directly exchanged the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds and the domain dragon transformation method. In a short period of time, all the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds were exchanged. Although they will have to pay off their debts for countless years to come, at least their strength will be much stronger. Human race, the realm of endless seams. A mansion. This is the residence of the peak world god Yi Xuanying. He is a descendant of the Yi family. With the help of ancestor Yi Tian, plus his good talent, he naturally broke through to the peak world god realm early, and now he has condensed the 12th and eternal world spirit. Ancestor Yi Tian gave the human race too many extra-dimensional resources, so the human race now has many peak world gods who have condensed 12 eternal world spirits, but most of them cannot make progress. His cultivation level cannot be improved, he cannot comprehend the power of extra dimensions, and he dare not lead him into the death void casually. It can be said that they usually don't practice much anymore, as if they have lost their desire for everything. But now, he has exchanged the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds and the domain dragon transformation method. Even though he owes a huge amount of contribution points, there is still hope that he can pay them back slowly in the future. Yi Xuanying has understood the method of transforming the domain dragon, and now it is time to use the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seeds to transform the physical body. He swallowed the black-scale domain dragon bloodline seed in one gulp, and then used the domain dragon transformation method. Boom! His physical body began to transform, and the lines of the black-scale domain dragon appeared on his body. Wisps of special extra-dimensional power penetrated into his body and into the interior of the eternal Taoism. Every moment, his body is getting stronger. The success rate of the method of transforming the domain dragon is not 100%. However, after Yi Tian obtained the method of transforming the domain dragon, he perfected it again. The success rate is at least 80%. Coupled with some extra-dimensional resources to assist in transforming the physical body, the success rate is definitely 90%, into or above. With such a success rate, if it still fails, it will only prove that it is too useless. I don't know how much time has passed, but Yi Xuanying has successfully transformed, and has successfully completed the transformation, possessing black scales or dragon blood. In an instant, he obtained part of the inheritance of the black-scale domain dragon. Through the power of the black-scale domain dragon's bloodline and the secret techniques in the inheritance, he can connect with creatures in other territories. What a terrifying ability, Yi Xuanying said excitedly. Moreover, since he has the bloodline of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, his success rate in comprehending the power of extra dimensions in the future will increase by at least dozens of times. Soon, he came out of seclusion and reported to the human temple immediately, saying that he had integrated the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline seed and successfully possessed the Black Scale Domain Dragon bloodline. A period of time later, Yi Xuanying came to a part of the human race, where there were other peak world gods who were fused with the blood seeds of the Black Scale Domain Dragon. The task of these peak world gods is to communicate with the human races in other realms and deliver messages. This task can gain long-term contribution points, pay off debts faster, and even obtain a lot of extra-dimensional resources, which will help them in the future. Understand the power of extra-dimensionality and hit the half-step extra-dimensional realm. Unknowingly, several more super-dimensional eras have passed. During this period of time, he used the information from Guidian Pavilion to obtain some Black Scale Dragon bloodline seeds, as well as some extra-dimensional resources. In addition, the human race continues to expand, and the territory numbered 7,362 is undoubtedly no longer suitable for the human race. Therefore, Yi Tian used the Ice Ghost Organization's realm-breaking star formation to transfer a large number of humans at a huge cost, sending these humans to some surrounding territories and occupying some territory. In the surrounding territories, there is not even a super-dimensional realm. Some territories only have a few half-step super-dimensional realms at most. Yi Tian can naturally sweep across them easily. Nowadays, the footprints of the human race have spread across dozens of territories. And with these pinnacle world gods possessing the bloodline of the Black Scale Domain Dragon, it is not difficult for the peak world gods of the human race in the major territories to communicate with each other. After all, the price to pay for opening the realm-breaking star array is very high. Even if it has a demarcation disk, it will cost almost 30 million Galan treasure coins every time it is opened. A peak world god is not worth so many Galan treasure coins. Therefore, the realm-breaking star formation is rarely activated. The tempering progress of the extra-dimensional body is 6%. Without the ultra-dimensional source beads, the progress of tempering the extra-dimensional body is relatively slow by relying on other resources. Yi Tian murmured. However, his extra-dimensional body is still more powerful than other half-step extra-dimensional bodies. After all, he completed the breakthrough with a perfect extra-dimensional path, and his foundation is far beyond that of other half-step extra-dimensional realms. Therefore, every time the tempering progress of his extra-dimensional body increases, his strength will skyrocket. However, he still couldn't break into the Ice Ghost Organization's palace in the ruins of the extra-dimensional realm in 3.3. Territory No. 6000. Extreme Yang Realm. At this time, a piece of news was passed on, and many people in the half-step superdimensional realm knew this information. Yi Tianzi knew this information immediately. After hearing it, he was extremely shocked. Front 7001 was destroyed. Yi Tian was shocked. You must know that any territory is extremely huge. The Death Void alone is extremely vast, and there may even be extra-dimensional creatures hidden in the extra-dimensional realm inside. It is not easy to destroy an extra-dimensional world. At least half a step into the extra-dimensional world cannot destroy an extra-dimensional world. It must be at least a super-dimensional realm to destroy an extra-dimensional world. And destroying an extra-dimensional territory, even the ultra-dimensional realm can't do it. Chapter 3195 The Third Realm of Superdimension. Yi Tian could not imagine what situation or powerful person could destroy an extra-dimensional territory. After the news spread, many forces became curious and even a little worried. After all, if a strong man destroys territory number 7001, he might break into territory number 6000. How will he stop it then? Maybe you can destroy an extra-dimensional world with just one strike, and no one can escape. Peeping Sky Pavilion may know the secret. Yi Tian immediately went to Guidian Pavilion to buy this kind of information. I thought this type of information was expensive, but after asking about it I found out it was very cheap. Obviously, many powerful people have purchased the information, and maybe the specific information will spread soon, so this kind of information is very cheap. Yi Tian didn't care about the superdimensional treasure coins and bought the information directly. After getting the information, Yi Tianxi finally knew what happened. I didn't expect that two strong men who had reached the third level of the superdimensional realm were fighting to snatch a treasure, which eventually led to the collapse of the territory of 7001 County. Yi Tian said in shock. Before this, he didn't know what the third realm of the extradimensional realm was, but now he knows it. The first realm of the ultra-dimensional realm is the realm where the ultra-dimensional body O5 is condensed to break through. The second realm of the ultra-dimensional realm is the existence of understanding the rules of the ultra-dimensional world. The third realm of the ultra-dimensional realm is even more terrifying. The extra-dimensional Tao fruit in the body derives the existence of the extra-dimensional realm. This extra-dimensional world is naturally not a real extra-dimensional world, but a similar small-scale extra-dimensional world. If you want to condense such an extra-dimensional world, you must understand the rules of the extra-dimensional world to a very high degree, otherwise you will not be able to break through at all. It can be said that the third-level extra-dimensional realm can instantly kill a group of second-level extra-dimensional realms, and a single look can kill the first-level extra-dimensional realm. Even in territory number 6000, it is estimated that there is no such extra-dimensional realm, and these two extra-dimensional realms come from the higher-ranked ultra-dimensional realm. Their specific identities are not clear to Guidian Pavilion. Since territory number 7001 collapsed and involved the third realm of extra-dimensionality, many forces did not dare to step into the shattered territory No. 7001. However, finally after 1/10 of the extra-dimensional era, some forces began to explore territory number 7001 after shattered and annihilated. There was nothingness there, nothing was left, and even the third extra-dimensional realm remained, the power of. Then, a piece of news came out. In the annihilation land of territory number 7001, there are traces of the ultra-dimensional rules left by the third ultra-dimensional realm, which are valuable to the half-step ultra-dimensional realm and even the general ultra-dimensional realm. However, traces of such ultra-dimensional rules cannot always exist. Therefore, many powerful people are preparing to go over and understand the traces of super-dimensional rules. Trace of super-dimensional rules. Yi Tian was very excited. He needed to understand the traces of super-dimensional rules. His super-dimensional power has been perfected and he is qualified to super-dimensional and super-dimensional rules, but it is simply too difficult to truly understand the super-dimensional rules, and there is currently no hope. But this time the traces of the super-dimensional rules gave him hope of understanding the super-dimensional rules. So, he immediately rushed to territory No. 7001. At this time, the Jalan Chamber of Commerce and other forces have dispatched many treasure ships to the annihilation land of territory No. 7001. Any half-step superdimensional realm can purchase treasure ship quota, but the price is too expensive. It is not suitable for ordinary half-step superdimensional realms. The price is unaffordable. Yi Tian can use the Ice Ghost Organization's realm-breaking star formation to rush to territory number 7001, but he does not need to purchase the treasure ship quota of the Jalan Chamber of Commerce, otherwise he will have to wait. After all, the Jalan Chamber of Commerce's treasure ship will not move unless the quantity is gathered. Swish swish. Yi Tian used the demarcation disc and the boundary-breaking star array to cross the boundary and the extra-dimensional barrier again and again, and soon arrived at the land of annihilation in the territory of No. 7001. He went alone, without any humans. Territory number 7001 has been destroyed. There is nothingness here, there is nothing left, there is only the extremely violent extra-dimensional void storm and the remaining power of the third extra-dimensional realm. The peak world god cannot do it at all. Survive here. Even if you are half a step into the ultra-dimensional realm, it is extremely dangerous here. If you are not careful, you will be bombarded by the power left behind in the third ultra-dimensional realm. Therefore, it is impossible for Yi Tian to bring the peak world god of the human race here. If not, the peak world god is here to have a little understanding of the power left behind in the third realm of the extra-dimensional realm. With a little understanding, he might be able to comprehend the true power of the extra-dimensional realm and advance to become a half-step extra-dimensional realm, territory. Quote exclamation mark quote. Yi Tian stepped into the annihilation land of territory number 7001 and felt the emptiness and fragmentation here. There were fragments of void everywhere. There were traces of the power of the third realm in many territories. These traces were extremely terrifying and he felt them all. The aura is so unbearable that if he touches it, he may be directly killed by the power of the third extra-dimensional realm. Therefore, after Yi Tian entered here, he was very cautious and did not even dare to probe randomly with his will. Otherwise, if he detected the power of the third super-dimensional realm and followed his will to attack, he would definitely be killed instantly. Suddenly, Yi Tian sensed a corpse that was half a step into the extra-dimensional realm. It seemed that a small attack penetrated the head, and its vitality was directly wiped out. It was obviously killed instantly by the power of the third extra-dimensional realm. They were supposed to be the first batch of people who came to the half-step super-dimensional realm, but they came into contact with the power of the third super-dimensional realm and were killed instantly. Yi Tian sighed secretly. To prevent this replica body from being killed instantly, Yi Tian condensed another replica body before continuing to explore. It has to be said that the power of the third extra-dimensional realm remains everywhere in this land of annihilation, but many of the power traces do not contain the power of the extra-dimensional rules, but are just traces of the third extra-dimensional realm caused by the aftermath of the attack. Yi Tian was very careful, and coupled with his own strength, his extra-dimensional power had reached the perfect state, so nothing happened. This day, Yi Tian finally sensed a trace of ultra-dimensional rules. This trace was very small, only 300 meters long. It was an attack trace caused by ultra-dimensional rules. After Yi Tian approached the trace of the ultra-dimensional rules, he immediately sat down cross-legged, and then immediately activated his strange blood pupils to analyze the ultra-dimensional rules. Boom! Yi Tian used the extreme operation of the strange blood pupil, coupled with the super-dimensional power of the perfect state to comprehend and analyze the super-dimensional rules. However, the level of the strange blood pupil is still a bit lower. It is undoubtedly a fool's dream to want to analyze this trace of the superdimensional rules. However, he can at least comprehend the superdimensional rules faster. Chapter 3196 The difficulty of understanding superdimensional rules. Enlightenment. Still enlightened, Yi Tian didn't care about the consequences of using the strange blood pupil, as long as he could understand a little more of the mystery, it would be worth it. However, if he wants to meditate alone here all the time, that is obviously impossible. There are too many half-step superdimensional realms and superdimensional realms that have poured in here, and the territory of number 7001 is only so big, and there are only so many traces of superdimensional rules. A half-step superdimensional realm comprehends the Dao Chao dimension rule traces, that is obviously not enough. Therefore, there must be disputes. Really, not long after, several half-step superdimensional realms came here, obviously they all came from the same force. There is actually a trace of a superdimensional rule here. If we can understand it here, it will help us improve our superdimensional power. These half-step superdimensional realms said very excitedly. Of course, they also saw Yi Tian, but they didn't take it seriously. They have tempered their extra-dimensional bodies to more than 90% of the half-step of the extra-dimensional realm, and their extra-dimensional power has also been tempered to the great realm. Moreover, the super-dimensional bloodline they merged with is also extremely powerful. Although there is no hope of breaking through to the super-dimensional state, their strength is at the peak level of the half-step super-dimensional state. The three of them joining forces are enough to fight against anyone who is half-step into the extra-dimensional realm. They entered here this time with the hope of tempering the power of the extra-dimensional to the perfect state. If they get an amazing opportunity and understand the rules of the extra-dimensional, and if there is another heaven-defying opportunity in the future, it is not impossible to reverse the physical body and eliminate the extra-dimensional bloodline, changing fate against the will of heaven, and forcibly entering the extra-dimensional realm. Although there may not be one person who can achieve this half-step to the super-dimensional realm in endless years, but at least there is a glimmer of hope. Certainly, their goal is not that big. They just want to find a trace of the super-dimensional rules here, learn more about it, and improve some strength. This is their goal. Drive him away. The three half-step super-dimensional realms came to Yi Tian and showed their aura one by one. Get out of the way, this place is occupied by us. These three half-step super-dimensional realms said coldly. Roll. Yi Tian didn't even turn around, he only said one word. This made the three half-step super-dimensional people very angry. They were the top half-step super-dimensional people, and Yi Tian actually dared to speak in this name. Do it. They are not afraid of offending Yi Tian. Even if Yi Tian has a backer, they also have a backer. They come from a powerful force in the half-step extra-dimensional realm. The force they are in also exists in the second realm of the extra-dimensional realm, so they are not afraid of Yi Tian at all. Not only is the top existence in the 6000 territory the second realm of the extra-dimensional realm, but there is no third realm of the extra-dimensional realm. Who is afraid of whom? Rumble. The three half-step super-dimensional realms all started to attack Yi Tian. Wow! Yi Tian turned around, the super-dimensional power of the perfect realm exploded, the super-dimensional body exploded, and the terrifying aura swept around. Break. An aurora formed by super-dimensional power penetrated everything, directly crushing the joint attack of three half-step super-dimensional realms. Although Yi Tian's extra-dimensional body was not tempered to a high degree, it still surpassed their physical bodies, and his extra-dimensional power also surpassed theirs. Moreover, Yi Tian's foundation is too terrifying, and the super-dimensional Dao seed is also a perfect super-dimensional Dao seed. What are they using to fight Yi Tian? No, this guy is too evil, run away. The three half-step super dimensions were terrified. They didn't expect that they would hit the iron plate. The half-step super dimensions they dealt with at random turned out to be the most evil half-step super dimensions. But at this moment, the terrifying extra-dimensional field suppressed them, and then the endless extra-dimensional light directly crushed their bodies again and again. They also had a lot of trump cards and a lot of life-saving items, but after a few breaths, all the treasures were exhausted. Spare my life. They begged for mercy, but Yi Tian would not let them go. If they didn't drive him away or take action against him, he wouldn't bother to care. But these three half-step super-dimensional realm dared to attack him and disturb him from comprehending the traces of super-dimensional rules. That would be death. Another breath passed, and a half-step super-dimensional realm completely fell and died. From the beginning to the end, Yi Tian did not move. After killing three half-step super-dimensional realms, he continued to understand the traces of super-dimensional rules here. As for the corpses of the three half-step superdimensional realms, he did not deal with them and just let them lie there, so as to deter other half-step superdimensional realms who dared to pry into this place. Of course, if there is an extra-dimensional realm eyeing this place, then he can only admit that he is unlucky. There are not many traces of the superdimensional rules here, and the superdimensional realm may not necessarily be appreciated. In the following days, some half-step superdimensional realms passed by this area and sensed traces of the superdimensional rules. However, when they found the corpses of three half-step superdimensional realms, they were all horrified because the aura of corpses in the half-step superdimensional realm is very terrifying. It was the top half-step superdimensional realm, but it ended up falling here. Therefore, they were all afraid and did not dare to disturb Yi Tian, so they stayed away from here one by one. Of course, there are also those who are half-step into the super-dimensional realm and think that their strength is invincible. They want to kill Yi Tian, but they are killed by Yi Tian on the spot. Gradually, there are more and more half-step super-dimensional corpses here. This day, Yi Tian's replica body was not very good, and its original essence was exhausted by the strange blood pupils. He immediately made a new copy of the body, replaced it, and continued to understand the traces of super-dimensional rules. Certainly, he didn't just comprehend the traces of the extra-dimensional rules here. Other cloned bodies also often purchased information from Guidian Pavilion to learn the latest information about the Land of Annihilation in the 7,010-mile territory. If a big opportunity arises somewhere, it would be a pity if he misses it. Gradually, a super-dimensional era passed. After Yi Tian's long period of understanding, the traces of this extra-dimensional rule are about to dissipate. After such a long period of study, Yi Tian also has a certain understanding of the super-dimensional rules, but he is still far from comprehending the super-dimensional rules. If we divide the percentage between the power of perfecting the extra-dimensional power, Li Hao, and the rules of the extra dimension, he should be in the realm of 10% now. If he finds more than a dozen traces of the extra-dimensional rules, he can understand it again. In a dozen extra-dimensional epochs, there might be hope of understanding a hint of extra-dimensional rules. Of course, it is also possible that you cannot comprehend it. After all, the closer you are to comprehending it, the more difficult it will be to comprehend it, and you may even fall into a bottleneck. It is very difficult to comprehend the rules of super dimensions. Even after practicing in the super-dimensional realm for endless years, it is difficult to comprehend the rules of super dimensions. Once you understand it, it will be the second level of the super-dimensional realm. I am only half-step into the realm of super-dimensionality. I have only just understood the traces of super-dimensional rules. How can I understand it so easily? Yi Tian murmured. However, he has a certain understanding of the extra-dimensional rules, which will be of great help to him in creating more powerful extra-dimensional techniques. He may also be able to create extra-dimensional techniques involving the secrets of the 10-thread extra-dimensional rules. In that case, his strength can be improved a bit. Chapter 3197 Extra-dimensional Boundary Stone Fragments. Another period of time passed, and the traces of this extra-dimensional rule completely dissipated. Look for other traces of extra-dimensional rules. Yi Tian decided. However, he also knew very well that those traces of extra-dimensional rules were almost all occupied. If he wanted to understand other traces of extra-dimensional rules, he would have to fight for them to have any hope of understanding other traces of extra-dimensional rules. Moreover, many traces of ultra-dimensional rules are estimated to have dissipated, and there are probably not many traces of ultra-dimensional rules that still exist. In fact, many half-step super-dimensional realms have no traces of super-dimensional rules at this time, and they are also looking for other traces of super-dimensional rules. Rumble. There were waves of fighting in the distance. Yi Tian passed carefully to avoid touching the power of the third extra-dimensional realm. Soon, he rushed to the place of battle. There happened to be a trace of super-dimensional rules there, which was several times larger than the traces of super-dimensional rules that Yi Tian had comprehended before, but there were also more half-step super-dimensional realms here. Dozens of half-step superdimensional realms occupy this place, while other half-step superdimensional realms are invading here. These dozens of half-step extra-dimensional realms should be a force, occupying the traces of this extra-dimensional rule. Yi Tian did not take action immediately, but waited. Not long after, the fighting reached a certain level and he immediately took action. 637. Yi Tian exploded with extra-dimensional power and extra-dimensional body, and performed various extra-dimensional techniques. Moreover, he also activated densely packed super-dimensional secret treasures, and the lowest ones were all high-level super-dimensional secret treasures. He was already very wealthy, so he had been refining pieces of high-level super-dimensional secret treasures over the years. That is to say, the materials required for super-dimensional secret treasures were relatively rare, so he did not refine them in large quantities, but he also refined a lot. It can be said that with the blessing of so many super-dimensional secret treasures, his strength has improved a lot. With one blow, John Tubu's superdimensional realm was severely damaged. However, these half-step super-dimensional realms are all very top-notch, and they all have life-saving trump cards, so Yi Tian did not kill any of them. Swish swish swish. A man in the half-step super-dimensional realm looked at Yi Tian, no longer fighting, and his eyes were full of fear. After all, Yi Tian's strength is too strong, and none of them are opponents unless they all join forces. How about we come together to understand the traces of this extra-dimensional rule? Yi Tian suggested. We agree, but they may not agree, said a person who was half-step into the superdimensional realm. The dozens of half-step superdimensional realm people who occupied this trace of superdimensional rules were very unwilling to do so. They had occupied this place for a long time and have been here all the time. As a result, these half-step superdimensional realm experts came to snatch it. It would be strange to agree. But the current situation is that they are at a disadvantage. If they don't agree and continue to fight, they may fall into some half-step superdimensional realm, and it's not worth it. We agree too. They had no choice but to give up the territory, allowing them to come in and understand the traces of this extra-dimensional rule. Therefore, these half-step super-dimensional realms each occupy a small area and surround this trace of super-dimensional rules to understand it. Yi Tian also sat cross-legged and began to understand the traces of this extra-dimensional rule. And with this realization, another extra-dimensional era has passed. Finally, the traces of this Tao-dimensional rule dissipated. Many half-steps to the superdimensional realm have gained something, and then left one after another. In the following days, Yi Tian was still looking for traces of the superdimensional rules, but it was difficult to find them. Instead, he encountered several dangers. Once, he even let the cloned body touch a trace of the power of the third superdimensional realm, and was thus obliterated. After these years of exploration, Yi Tian discovered a very strange thing, that is, many superdimensional realms did not understand the traces of superdimensional rules, and seemed to be looking for something. He has repeatedly seen people from the extra-dimensional realm traveling around the Annihilation Land in territory number 7001, exploring the surrounding areas with willpower, seemingly exploring every inch of the void. Obviously, this is definitely looking for something. Is there some abbey treasure here? Yi Tian couldn't guess it, but Guidian Pavilion should know it, and perhaps this type of information could be purchased from Guidian Pavilion. This day, he came to Guidian Pavilion again to buy this information. The Peeping Pavilion does know this information, but the price is very expensive, and it requires thousands of billions of blue coins to purchase this information. A mere piece of information is worth 1 billion Galan treasure coins. If it were replaced by other half-step super-dimensional realms, they would definitely not buy it. Many poor half-step super-dimensional realms cannot even afford 1 billion Galan treasure coins. However, Yi Tian directly purchased this information. Later, Peeping Sky Pavilion gave Yi Tian a detailed intelligence, but asked Yi Tian to swear an oath not to pass on the information, otherwise Peeping Sky Pavilion would not be able to continue selling this information. After obtaining the information, Yi Tiansai finally knew why those extra-dimensional realms were being searched for their treasure. There is indeed a treasure, and it is a treasure that makes those in the extra-dimensional realm go crazy. Extra-dimensional boundary stone fragments. The extra-dimensional boundary stone is the treasure that the 2/3 level super-dimensional realms are fighting for. It is said that the super-dimensional boundary stone helps the 3rd level existence to strengthen the extra-dimensional boundary in the body. In other words, the extra-dimensional boundary stone can enhance the strength of the 3rd extra-dimensional realm. You can imagine how valuable such a treasure is. In order to snatch the extra-dimensional boundary stones, the 2/3 level super-dimensional figures not only destroyed territory number 7001 during the battle, but even shattered many super-dimensional boundary stones. Certainly, 99% of the extra-dimensional boundary stones must have been snatched away by these 2/3 level super-dimensional experts, and the rest are probably just fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stones. But no matter how small the extra-dimensional boundary stone fragments are, they are unimaginable treasures for the 1st level extra-dimensional realm experts. Even if they are not of use to themselves, they can be sold, and their value is unimaginable. Even a fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone the size of a thumb cap is enough to make the 1st level extra-dimensional realm go crazy and kill. The key is that the extra-dimensional boundary stones are difficult to perceive and identify. They seem to be ordinary stone fragments. If they are normal, they would not be recognized at all. But now that territory number 7001 has been annihilated, a lot of matter has been annihilated. If there are still stone fragments, they must not be ordinary things. There is still a chance that they are fragments of extra-dimensional boundary stones. From the time when territory number 7001 was shattered to now, dozens of fragments have been discovered, but they did not trigger any big battles. After all, once found, they would immediately run away and leave territory no. 7001. Even if other extra-dimensional realms knew about it, they would not have time to track it. Therefore, Yi Tiansai didn't notice the fight between the super-dimensional people. Chapter 3198 Patrolling the Heavenly World Snake. Fragments of the ultra-dimensional boundary stone. Yi Tian was very excited. According to his understanding, this kind of extra-dimensional boundary stone would not only be of great help to the 3rd extra-dimensional realm, but also be of great help to the half-step extra-dimensional realm. A trace of the energy of the extra-dimensional boundary stone can quickly temper the extra-dimensional body. However, it is undoubtedly too wasteful to use this kind of treasure to temper a super-dimensional body that has reached the half-step super-dimensional realm. But Yi Tian is not afraid of waste, he just wants to break through to the super-dimensional realm faster. Not too much, just get a small fragment. Yi Tian's current goal is no longer to find traces of extra-dimensional rules, but to find fragments of extra-dimensional boundary stones. But the land of annihilation in territory number 7001 is too big. If you have a rough perception, the range of perception in the half-step superdimensional realm is very vast, but rough perception is useless. If you carefully perceive every inch of the void, you want to explore this place. A land of annihilation, countless super-dimensional eras are not enough. Why didn't the 2/3 level super-dimensional warriors look for these fragments? Even if it takes too long, it's not cost-effective. Yi Tian also tried to deduce, but materials such as extra-dimensional boundary stone fragments are not something he can deduce. All kinds of deduction, tracking, cause and effect search and other methods are useless. If you want to find the fragments of the superdimensional boundary stone, you can only look for them honestly. Yi Tian searched for some years, but found nothing. Instead, he lost 2 cloned bodies. Extreme Yang Realm. Yi Tian entered the Guidian Pavilion branch with another identity and came here to buy information. Is there any way to quickly find the fragments of the superdimensional boundary stone? He originally didn't think that Guidian Pavilion had a solution, but he just asked in passing, and it turned out that Guidian Pavilion really had a solution. Dear guest, we in Guidian Pavilion do have several ways to find fragments of the superdimensional boundary stone, but these methods are almost impossible. Do you still want to buy them? Is there really a way? Yi Tian didn't believe it. Really have. The employees of the half-step super-dimension realm of Guidian Pavilion even quoted the price. You only need to pay 1 billion Gulanbao coins to purchase information in these ways, but these methods are difficult to achieve. If you purchase the information, you can't go back on your word. 1 billion Gulan coins are nothing to Yi Tian. If he can really satisfy one of the methods, he might be able to find fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. Purchase. Yi Tian directly paid 1 billion Gulan coins. Soon, Guidian Pavilion gives 5 ways to quickly find the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. After reading it, Yi Tian was dumbfounded. Because the first few methods are too confusing. The first method. Find help from a 4th-level super-dimensional realm person, and you can easily find the fragments of the super-dimensional boundary stone. Nima, if I can find help from a strong person in the 4th realm of the extra-dimensional realm, I still need to find the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. Isn't this a shame? Yi Tian was completely speechless. And the second method is also very speechless. That is to use the high-level super-dimensional Taoist soldiers, Zuntian Pan, to find the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stones. However, high-level super-dimensional Taoist soldiers like Zuntian Pan cannot be activated by ordinary super-dimensional realms. Under normal circumstances, strong people in the first dimension can only activate low-level super-dimensional soldiers. Those in the 3rd super-dimensional state can activate medium-level super-dimensional soldiers, and only those in the 3rd super-dimensional state can activate them. Use advanced super-dimensional Taoist soldiers. The most important point is that the sky survey disk is too rare, and there is no such treasure in the 6000 territory. To say this is to say nothing. The 3rd method, the 4th method and the 3rd method are all similar. They all use other items to find the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, but there are no such items in the 6000 territory. The 5th way is to let an extra-dimensional creature search for fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. This kind of extra-dimensional creature is the Sky Patrol World Snake. It is half-step into the extra-dimensional realm when it is born, and can become a strong person in the extra-dimensional realm when it reaches adulthood. The key point is that the Sky Patrol World Snake is very powerful, terrifying, and has a very hard background. There is a 3rd-level extra-dimensional realm among its tribe, and there are more than one. Who dares to provoke an extra-dimensional creature like the Sky Patrol World Snake? But after Yi Tian saw this kind of extra-dimensional creature, he was very excited. Perhaps I can copy a half-step super-dimensional realm snake that patrols the sky. Yi Tian suddenly became excited. Of course, the premise is that he has to meet the Sky Patrol World Snake. Subsequently, Yi Tian purchased information about the Sky Patrol World Snakes from Guidian Pavilion and learned that a super-dimensional territory has a subgroup of Sky Patrol World Snakes. Although this subgroup does not have the 3rd level of super-dimensional realm powerhouses, it has the 3rd level of super-dimensional realm snakes. There are strong people in the 2nd realm of the extra-dimensional realm, and they can contact the headquarters of the Sky Patrol World Snake, and no force dares to provoke them. 0 Please give me flowers. This extra-dimensional territory is territory number 6300. This territory is also relatively vast and has 6 extra-dimensional realms, but a considerable area is occupied by the Sky Patrol World Snake. Moreover, the Sky Patrolling World Snake has a very serious territorial habit and will not run around casually. However, other creatures that enter the Sky Patrolling World Snake's territory will also be killed by the Sky Patrolling World Snake. Let's go to the territory of the Sky Patrol World Snake clan in territory No. 6300. Soon, he passed through the territory breaking star formation and headed to territory No. 6300. Territory No. 6300. After Yi Tian arrived here, he immediately went to the territory of the Sky Patrolling World Snake. As long as he met a Sky Patrolling World Snake that was half a step into the extra-dimensional realm, he would have completed his mission. 0. He felt that this task should not be difficult, but he did not believe that there was not even a patrolling snake in the extra-dimensional realm. Soon, he arrived near the territory of the Sky Patrol World Snake, and then let a replica body sneak in there. Not long after entering the territory of the Sky Patrol World Snake, he felt that he was locked. Discovered. Yi Tian was not nervous. It was just a cloned body, and at worst he would be killed. If you can see a sky-watching snake that is half a step into the extra-dimensional realm, that would be fine. However, what he ushered in was not a heaven-surveying world snake that was half a step beyond the extra-dimensional realm, but a heaven-surveying world snake that was in an extra-dimensional realm. There was no way he could copy the body of this sky-watching snake. Boom! This sky-watching snake took action, and its terrifying attack directly killed Yi Tian's cloned body. No, the Sky Patrol World Snakes are very strict in protecting their group. Once they get close, they will be targeted by the Sky Patrol World Snakes in the extra-dimensional realm. Maybe the extra-dimensional creatures with the peak realm god cultivation level will copy their bodies and approach, and maybe they won't be caught by the super-dimensional snakes. The Patrol World Snake attacks. Subsequently, Yi Tian tried to copy the body of an extra-dimensional creature with the ultimate realm god cultivation level, and let the copied body of the extra-dimensional creature enter the territory of the patrolling world snake. Such ant-like extra-dimensional creatures and the sky patrol snakes in the extra-dimensional realm are too lazy to take action. Soon, a world-watching serpent that is half a step into the extra-dimensional realm appears. Finally found, Yi Tian was extremely excited. Chapter 3199 Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. Really? Yi Tian's guess was correct. A mere extra-dimensional creature at the peak world god level was too weak for the super-dimensional realm patrolling world snake. He was too lazy to take action and let the half-step super-dimensional realm patrolling world snake practice, almost. Therefore, Yi Tian ushered in the sky patrol world snake who was half a step into the super-dimensional realm. Yi Tian sensed this half-step super-dimensional world patrol snake, and he could copy the body of this patrol snake later. Boom, he didn't resist and was directly killed by this sky-watching snake. Done, let's copy a half-step superdimensional realms patrolling world snake, and then use the superdimensional realm snake's super-perception of the superdimensional realms boundary stone fragments to find the superdimensional realms boundary stone fragments. Yi Tian's cloned body in territory number 7001 immediately began to clone the Sky Patrol World Snake. 103 is very fast. A world-watching serpent with half-step of super-dimensional cultivation was copied by Yi Tian. However, it would be too conspicuous if such a patrolling world snake were looking for fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone here. Therefore, he must cover up. I saw that Yi Tian's real copy body immediately swallowed the Sky Patrol World Snake into the void in his body. This way, it was not easy to be discovered with the cover of the real copy body. Next, let the Sky Surveying World Snake copy its body to look for the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. According to the information from Guidian Pavilion, the Sky Patrol Snake is also extremely eager for the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. It can use the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone to complete the bloodline transformation. If there are enough extra-dimensional boundary stones, it can even directly enter the third realm. Of course, the Sky World Snake cannot easily find the extra-dimensional boundary stone. It must be within a certain range before it can sense it. Wow, Yi Tian moved forward cautiously, using the Sky Patrol Serpent's sense of the extra-dimensional boundary stone to find fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian searched for areas of annihilation one after another, but could not find the boundary stone of the super-dimensional realm. Naturally, he was not in a hurry. After all, as long as he kept searching slowly, he would definitely be able to find the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone before they were all searched. Unknowingly, 1/10 of the extra-dimensional era has passed. This day, attraction, Yi Tian was very excited. His copy of the Sky Patrol World Snake sensed the attraction of an object to itself. This must be a fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. Wow, Yi Tian followed the induction and shuttled over, being careful during the process to avoid encountering danger. Fortunately, everything went well and he did not encounter any danger. Soon, he saw a land of fragments. There were countless fragments here, many of which were various metal fragments and weapon fragments. Such things were everywhere in this land of annihilation and had a certain value. However, many half-step superdimensional realms still look down upon these metal and weapon fragments. That's it, Yi Tian came to one of the stones, stretched out his hand and pinched it gently. The stone shattered, revealing the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone inside. This fragment is very small, about the size of a thumb, but its value is unimaginable. Finally found a fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. Yi Tian did not stay here, but immediately let a replica body take it away from the land of annihilation in the 1001 territory. If the fragment was discovered, he wouldn't be able to save it. Therefore, leaving here is the safest way. After a period of time, Yi Tian left territory number 7001, the land of annihilation, and then returned to the headquarters of the Ice Ghost organization through the territory-breaking star formation, and then returned to territory No. 7362. In this way, he breathed a sigh of relief. Next, Yi Tian continued to look for fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, and his luck was pretty good. Only 1/100th of the extra-dimensional era later, he found another fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, and this fragment was even smaller, about only 1/3 the size of a thumb cap. Just as Yi Tian continued to search for the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, a voice spread throughout the annihilation land of territory No. 7001. This land of annihilation is occupied by our Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. All living creatures must leave here, otherwise they will be killed without mercy. Hearing this voice, all the half-step super-dimensional realms and super-dimensional realms ran away. Even the super-dimensional realms of Jalan Chamber of Commerce and other big forces evacuated immediately and did not dare to stay here. Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. What kind of force is this? Yi Tian was confused. However, after a little research, he knew the origin of this force. The Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce comes from territory number 5000 and has several strong men in the third realm of the extra-dimensional realm. There are many strong men in the extra-dimensional realm in the second realm, and their strength is enough to sweep all the forces in the realm of No. 6000. The reason why the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce will give face to the half-step superdimensional realm and superdimensional realm here is mainly because some forces in the 6000 territory also have backers and should not be offended, so these half-step superdimensional realm are allowed to evacuate from the superdimensional realm. After that, they will occupy this place and look for fragments of extra-dimensional or thinking stones on the island. After understanding the strength of the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce, Yi Tian no longer plans to continue looking for the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. Even if there is a copy of the body of the Patrol World Snake, he does not dare to continue searching, otherwise he will inevitably be discovered by the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. First timing, he annihilated his cloned body of the Sky Patrol World Snake, and then left here. Extreme Yang Realm. At this moment, many half-step superdimensional realms here are discussing the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. Yi Tian chatted and communicated with some half-step superdimensional realms, and also learned the information about the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. This time, the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce obtained a fragment of the Sky Survey Disk. The real Sky Survey Disk is activated by the strong men in the third realm of the extra-dimensional realm. It can cover an extra-dimensional territory and can quickly lock all the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stones. Just a fragment of the Sky Survey Disk cannot cover too much area since 4.3, but it can be activated by a strong person in the second realm of super-dimensional realm. A second-level super-dimensional warrior from the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce mobilized this fragment of the Sky Survey Disk and was always looking for fragments of the super-dimensional boundary stone. Other forces don't know how many super-dimensional or thought stone fragments they can find. However, the remaining fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone will inevitably fall into the hands of the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce. Fortunately, I used the Sky Surveying World Snake's clone body to find 2 small fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone earlier. If it had been a little later, it would really be impossible to get it. Yi Tian secretly sighed. Since the Red Dragon Chamber of Commerce occupied territory number 7001, other forces did not dare to intervene, so no news was transmitted. Yi Tian doesn't care about territory number 7001, but plans to use the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone to temper his extra-dimensional body. Chapter 3200 The Relics of the Third Superdimensional Realm. Territory No. 7362. Yi Tian began to practice in seclusion. He first took out the smallest fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, then swallowed it, and used the power of the extra-dimensional to absorb the energy contained in it. It has to be said that the energy contained in the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone is so majestic. Fortunately, Yi Tian had tempered the power of the extra dimension to a perfect state and had some understanding of the rules of the extra dimension, otherwise he would really not be able to absorb a trace of the energy inside. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. A trace of energy from the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone was absorbed by Yi Tian, integrated into the extra-dimensional body, and began to quickly temper the extra-dimensional body. The effect is great. Yi Tian was excited. Although this trace of energy is small, its quality is too high, and it is even many times more powerful than the tempering effect of the ultra-dimensional origin beads. But it's normal to think about it carefully. This thing is for the strong people in the third realm of extra-dimensional realm. Even an insignificant little fragment contains unimaginable energy. After a long time, this trace of energy was exhausted, and he continued to absorb the energy from the fragments. In this way, Yi Tian used this fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone to continuously temper his extra-dimensional body, rapidly increasing the tempering progress of his extra-dimensional body. Originally, the tempering level of his extra-dimensional body O5 was only 6% and less than 7%, but now it has quickly increased to 7%. Years pass. Yi Tian's extra-dimensional body is getting stronger and stronger. 8%, 9%, 10%, one extra-dimensional epoch after another passed. After 5 extra-dimensional eras passed, he had already refined this fragment of extra-dimensional boundary stone. And the tempering level of his extra-dimensional body has reached 56%. This speed of improvement is simply terrifying. The extra-dimensional body has been tempered to 56%, and my physical body is at least 5 times stronger. Yi Tian said excitedly. Immediately, he took out a larger fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone. This is his last extra-dimensional boundary stone fragment. If it is used, the level will be gone. But he didn't care and swallowed it in one gulp. I hope that with the help of this fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, I can temper my extra-dimensional body to the perfect state and then advance to the extra-dimensional realm. This is his expectation, but it may not be possible. Even though this piece of extra-dimensional boundary stone fragment is larger, it becomes increasingly difficult to temper the extra-dimensional body in the later stages, and it naturally consumes more and more energy. Really, as time goes by, the tempering of the extra-dimensional body becomes more and more difficult, and more energy is consumed. Using fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone to temper the extra-dimensional body is a waste in itself. This is like using thousand-year-old paintings as ordinary paper to write on. It is really wasteful. But for Yi Tian, it is particularly important to improve his strength faster. When he reaches the 3rd level of cultivation in the future, he will definitely be able to find more extra-dimensional boundary stones, so there is no need to save them. Moreover, his cultivation level is too low. If he dares to trade the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone, he will definitely die. Therefore, this is the best choice at present. As the fragments of the extra-dimensional boundary stone are consumed, the progress of his extra-dimensional body is also skyrocketing. 60%, 70%, 80%. When Yi Tian's extra-dimensional body was tempered to 91%, this fragment of the extra-dimensional boundary stone was completely exhausted. It's a pity that I didn't temper my extra-dimensional body to the perfect state. Yi Tian said regretfully, but his strength is much stronger than before, and he is very satisfied with this improvement. My strength has skyrocketed, and I may be able to break into the palace inside the superdimensional ruins of the Ice Ghost organization and try again. Yi Tian quickly arrived at the Ice Ghost organization branch, and then entered the superdimensional ruins. Inside the ruins, Yi Tian still made multiple copies of the body, and then broke into the core area. When approaching the palace, the spirit puppets merged again and turned into a huge spirit puppet. In the past, this spirit puppet was enough to kill Yi Tian instantly. But now, he will definitely not be killed instantly by this spirit puppet. Boom! Yi Tian took action boldly and collided head-on with the spirit puppet. In an instant, the two sides collided. With Yi Tian's half-step invincible strength in the super-dimensional realm, he was still bombarded by this spirit puppet. His whole body was cracked, but at least he was blocked. This spirit is terrifying. With my current level of cultivation, I can't stop it. Even if I temper my superdimensional body to 99%, I will definitely not be its opponent unless I can take half a step. Only in the superdimensional realm can we understand the superdimensional rules and suppress it easily. Yi Tian murmured. However, his goal is not to defeat the spirit puppet head-on. He only needs to stop the opponent and let a copy of his body break into the palace. Wow wow wow! Each copy of Yi Tian's body descended and besieged the round puppet. Suddenly, this spirit puppet was involved. Immediately afterwards, a copy of Yi Tian's body took the opportunity to break into the palace, making the spirit puppet furious and roaring crazily, but it could not stop Yi Tian. Inside the mysterious palace, Yi Tian came in. The palace was filled with the terrifying power of extra-dimensional rules, causing Yi Tian's body to withstand unimaginable pressure. This is at least the relic of the second super-dimensional realm. Yi Tian secretly said 500. Because only the second extra-dimensional realm has such powerful extra-dimensional rules. Yi Tian moved forward step by step and soon reached the depths of the palace. Here, he saw a corpse, only half of it, but exuding a terrifying aura. At this moment, a projection appeared on the corpse, which was a projection from the past time and space. Later, I am the 3rd realm of extra-dimensional realm, Kuntong Realm Lord. I have fallen. You can enter here either by being in the 3rd realm of the ultra-dimensional realm, or by understanding the half-step of the ultra rules. In the super-dimensional realm, no matter what the situation is, there is hope for revenge for me. If you are willing for me to kill the Lord of the Holy Sea at the peak of the third realm, I am willing to hand over my last 3 treasures to you. As long as you stand up, make an oath and deliver 3 treasures. Otherwise, everything here will be annihilated and nothing will be left. After Kuntong Realm Master finished speaking, Yi Tian's face changed slightly. He is not afraid of the methods used by Kuntong Realm Master to stay, and he will not be killed because of this replica body. But the treasures left behind in the third extra-dimensional realm must be extremely precious. It would be a pity if they were lost. Okay, I'm willing to make an oath. Yi Tian immediately began to swear. And just after he finished his oath, 3 rays of light appeared, and they were the 3 treasures left by the master of Kuntong Realm.